Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to our weekly Bhakti Vaibhav class. So last week we just began the Bhagavad cosmology section, wherein we briefly discussed from chapter 1 and chapter 16 about how Priyavrata Maharaja divided the Bhumandala into 7 dvipas by creating 7 concentric oceans, and of the 7, the first one, Jambu Deepa, was given to Agnidra. And within that Jambu Deepa, there are 9 Varshas, as we see in the picture, which are separated by 9 mountains, including Mount Meru. And each Varsha is approximately about 9,000 yojanas. So their names, and then specifically the kind of facilities that were there in Ilavrita Varsha, we have seen different set of mountains, rivers, trees, gardens, lakes, etc. etc. All that we have seen. And then we also saw how Ganga descended and flowing through each and every Varsha of the entire Jambudipa, then enters into saltwater ocean, then finally goes to Patala Lokas. So things related to Ganga also we discussed. And then, so whatever has been discussed in the previous week, there is a small video presentation, a quick summary of that.
सॉरी बहुत गलती से लग गया क्या
Prabhuji, there is no audio.
Oh, then कोई बताना रे?
In the center of Jambudvip stands the most extraordinary divine golden mountain called Meru. Meru is shaped like an inverted cone, and it is the sporting place for the demigods. Around Meru are many supporting mountains called Kesara. Jambudvipa is 0.8 million miles in diameter and is surrounded by the saltwater ocean of the same width. On top of Mount Meru is a resort of Brahma called Manavati. The famous celestial river Ganges descends to the center of Manavati and then flows out into 4 directions. Surrounding Manavati in the 8 directions are the resort cities of the chief demigods. One of these cities is Amaravati, the resort of Indra, king of heaven. King Indra lives here in majestic opulence, attended to by musicians, dancers, and reciters. In Varsha, the famous mountains known as the Himalayas are tall and immovable. Here we find an abode of Lord Shiva, the greatest of the demigods.
So that was a quick summary of what we discussed till now. And then Srimad Bhagavatam talks about, just like the wonderful facilities that are there in Ilavata Varsha, a similar kind of facilities are also there in 7 other Varshas of Jambudipa, except Bharata Varsha. The difference between the Bharata Varsha and other 8 Varshas is described in these 5 verses. So Bharata Varsha is known as Karma Bhumi, Karma Kshetram. The other 8 Varshas are known as heavenly places on Bhumandala. So what do you mean by heavenly place on Bhumandala? Mean there are heavenly places, other places also? Yes. In the universe, there are 3 places the heavens are there. Divya Swarga, Bhauma Swarga and Bila Swargas. And these 8 Varshas as well as the other 6 Dvipas, they are known as Bhauma Swarga Padani. The abodes, heavenly abodes on the earth. Divya Swarga includes Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka. Bhauma Swarga includes the entire Bhumandala except Bharata Varsha. Bila Swargas include the lower 7 planetary systems. So when there are 3 Divya Swargas, the 3 Swargas, then what is the interrelation among them? Like that one may ask. The interrelation is Swarginam Punya Shesha Upabhoga Sthanani. Those who have done greater amount of piety, first of all, they'll take birth in Divya Swarga. They spend maximum of their piety. With the remainder of piety, they take birth in Bhauma Swarga. Then they spend maximum of that, and with the remaining piety, they take birth in Bharata Varsha. Suchinam Srimatam Geye Yoga Brashtobi Chayate. Prapya Punna Kurtam Lokam Shashwati Sama. So basically, by those who practice a particular sadhana, not completely but intermittently, or those who perform a lot of pious activities, tapasya, giving charity and performance of religious sacrifices, etc. After death, first of all, they will be promoted to Divya 90% of their piety will be exhausted there. The remaining 10% they take birth in Bhauma Swarga. Of the 10%, 9% will be exhausted here. Then with the remaining 1%, Suchinam Srimatam Geye Yoga Brashtobi Jayate. With the remaining little piety, they take birth either in the Brahmanical family or aristocratic family where they don't have to work hard for their maintenance. So in that way, that is the understanding. If at all somebody is born, still there should be some difference if someone to think. This Divyadarga is prominently in the mode of goodness. This is prominently in the mode of passion, prominently in the mode of ignorance. So what do you mean by mode of goodness, passion, ignorance? The understanding is, here the residents of Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka have a lot of opulences, but they utilize all the opulences primarily for serving the Lord. भगवान का सेवा करने के लिए यूटिलाइज करते हैं. And then they accept Mahaprasad. And Bhauma Swarga, because the people are mostly in the mode of passion, prominently in the mode of passion, they utilize all the opulences to serve the Lord and to enjoy 50-50. But Bila Swargas, for them, they are the Lord. Ishwaroham, Aham Bhogi, Siddhoham, Balavan Sukhi. This is the concept of the people in the mode of ignorance. And for these people, there is no Lord. They are only the Lord. They are meant to enjoy all the opulences. So whatever opulences are there, they simply enjoy for themselves. This is the difference. So if at all somebody is born in Bhauma Swarga, what is their lifestyle? Somebody may ask. These people live like Devatas. Those Devatas living in the Divya Swarga, something like them only, they live, but 10,000 years. The Divya Swarga people may live long, but these people live for 10,000 years. And everyone's body has the body strength of 10,000 elephants. And they have the wives who conceive children in their last year. Even though they have 10,000 years of lifespan, They beget children only in the 10,000th year. Until then, they don't have any children. And here the people experience the happiness like that of Treta Yuga. The reason is their lifespan is 10,000 years. In Satya Yuga, the lifespan is 100,000. Treta Yuga, 10,000. Dwapara Yuga, 1,000. Kali Yuga, 100. Since their lifespan is 10,000, they always have Treta Yuga. They don't have change in the other yugas. This entire Bhaumasvarga.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I heard that Atala, Vitala, Sutala, all planets are down planets, and suffering is means like suffering is more. So how it is Swarga? Means like.
No. Actually, suffering is there only in the Narakaloka. We will discuss later on what is Narakaloka, where it is there. Narakaloka is the place where suffering is there, but not in the Bilasvargas. Bilasvargas are the most opulent places, even compared to Divyasvarga and Bhaumasvarga. The opulence in Bilasvarga are much more. They are the places meant for enjoyment for those who are in the mode of ignorance, prominently.
Prabhuji,
Yes,
So this Atala, Sutala, Patala, all these things we heard, like when we hear there are lower planetary systems. People stay there, but the suffering is more, and those people who are sinful are sent there by Yamaraj.
No. Yamaraj stays only in the Narakaloka. That is where people are punished, not in the Bilasvargas. Because, see, the normal Bhagavatam classes, they don't get into all the technical details. They say lower side means ignorance, so then they'll suffer more like that. No. In ignorance also, they have a lot of enjoyment.
So the Bilasvarga also has Atala, Vitala, Sutala, and the other our suffering planets is also that thing.
Yes, the Bilasvarga, the Atala, Vitala, all the way up to Patala or Bilasvarga, they are heavenly. Just because Sarga name is there, they should be enjoyable. They should not be suffer. There should be no suffering. But the suffering place is called Naraka Loka. That is separate Loka. Naraka Loka.
So where is that?
You need to wait. We'll discuss. हम चर्चा करेंगे उसके बारे में बाद में आएगा.
Hare Krishna,
So,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, one more question. So, Prabhuji, the 14 planetary system, what we see in our things. So, is this Atala, Vitala, Sutala, are all this Bilasvarga?
Yes.
Down? Yes.
We said na in the beginning also. Inside the lotus leaf, inside the Bhumandala, there are 7 tunnels. The 7 tunnels are Bilasvargas. Because Bila means tunnel. They are Svargalokas are inside the Bila, that's why they are called Bilasvargas.
Okay. And Prabhuji, one more doubt I had. I understood about the lotus petal, about the middle part and all these things. But what are the petals then?
Which petals?
The lotus petals.
No, upper petals are there. Petals, nothing specific. Overall, it looks like a lotus flower. That is the explanation given. Nothing like lotus petals are this. The detailed step-by-step comparison is not there.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, this since below Sarga people are in mode of ignorance, then where there is piety comes in the mode of ignorance.
Good question. Bhagavad Gita chapter 17. Lord Krishna talks about Yajna, Dana, Tapa. All these 3 performed in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Ignorance, yes.
So those who perform Yajna, Dana, Tapa in the mode of goodness, they'll go to the Divyasvarga. Those who perform Yajna, Dana, Tapa in the mode of passion, they'll go to Bhaumasvarga. Those who perform Yajna, Dana, Tapa in the mode of ignorance, they'll go to Bilasvarga. As simple as that. There is a sadhana recommended for them, and there is a result given to them.
So means those people who are sinful people also, they are giving charity.
No, not sinful. Ignorance. So there is a little difference.
Okay.
People are in ignorance, but performing Yajna, Tapa. People are in ignorance and performing sinful activities.
My query is like that. Suppose those who are in the name of charity, people are feeding the poor with this non-veg and all types of abominable things which are means prohibited in the Vedic society. So that means this type of people also giving charity. So they may go the below Swarga or they will suffer hell.
They'll go to Bilaswarga also, they'll go to Narakaloka also.
Acha,
Because
they are giving
they
some
are giving
charity.
some charity. As a
Yeah.
result of that, they'll go to Bilaswargas,
Hmm.
where they have the companions who also eat meat a lot.
Yes, yes.
And because they have done some animal killing, they'll go to Naraka also.
Hmm.
Both will be possible.
Yes. Okay, Prabhu.
So
Yes.
don't think that if somebody goes to Swarga, only Swarga, they'll not go to Naraka. Not like that.
Oh.
For the amount Punya we do, we go to Swarga. For the amount Papa we do, we go to Naraka. Both will be there. Both will be given.
So means so only those who are in a mode of ignorance, they mostly they go to the below Sarga.
Ah.
But people are doing some type charity in a mode of goodness, ignorance, and some of mode of passion also. So
No problem. For goodness charity, you will be going there. You will go there.
yeah.
For
So
passion charity, you will go
accordingly
here.
they
For
will
ignorance
visit the
charity, you will go
different types
here.
of Swarga.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
So it's like every activity will have corresponding result.
Yes.
It's not that overall will be one result. No. हर एक activity का हर एक result रहेगा.
Oh, yeah. Thank you,
Accordingly,
bro.
one will go sometime here, sometime there, like that. For example, if we arm कुत्ता बनेंगे. If we arm बिल्ली बनेंगे. Something like that. So one difference I would like to help you understand. How come Bharata Varsha is called Karmabhumi, other 8 Varshas are Bhauma Swargas? What is the difference? So what do you mean by Swarga? Swarga is basically a place full of opulences. Swarga is the place full of opulences. Also, there is no need to work hard. Hare Krishna. So, it's a place of opulences and place of no responsibilities also. No like big responsibilities are there. One simple thing is, since it is mentioned that their wives conceive only once in their last year, in the 10,000th year, after the conception, the child is born in one muhurta. They don't have to carry the baby for 9 months, which is one of the biggest responsibility in Bharata Varsha. And much more than that is, in another one muhurta, the child becomes 16 years old teenager, and they remain 16 years old till their end of their life, till the next 10,000 years. But in Bharata Varsha, the children need to be taken care day and night like that for many years. Until 16 years, they need to be given full care. Parents have to give their full time, take care of the children until 16 years. And even when they become old also, they need to give time to the parents. So like that, here everything is big responsibility in Bharata Varsha. In other places, the children are born and they immediately they become 16 years old and they are on their way. The parents don't need to worry about the children. It's like that. So this is the difference between Bharata Varsha and other Varshas. So there could be many differences, but this is one simple difference. Sometimes when there is a combination of devatas and human beings, the things will happen like this. Like Kunti Maharani was praying to different devatas to have children. The devatas would come and bless Kunti Maharani to have children. The children would born within one muhurta. Karna, Yudhishthir, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva were born in one muhurta only. But since mother is human being, they were raised just like a human child is raised. On the other hand, if the father is human being and mother is a Devakanya or Devata like Bhima marrying Hidimbi. So Hidimbi became pregnant and she carried the baby for 9 months. Then, but after the child is born in one muhurta, the child became Gatotchkat in one muhurta. So because Devatas don't want to go through the trouble of taking care of children, all these things and all, raising the children and all. So in that way. Another classical example is Ganga Devi giving birth to 8 Vasus. So first 7 Vasus, as soon as they were born, they were drowned into Ganga water. If she does not drown, within one muhurta they become teenagers. It will be difficult then. But only the 8th child was stopped. That was Bhishma. So in that way, this is the combination we can see. This is how the things would happen other places than Bharatavarsha. Here the people live in beautifully decorated hermitages surrounded by gardens filled with seasonal flowers and fruits, and which are surrounded by enormous lakes filled with flower-bearing trees and chirping, sweet singing and chirping birds. And Devata elders and their wives enjoy in gardens. So whatever gardens were mentioned in the past, Varsha and other gardens here and there, they come with their family members and then sport and enjoy in these lakes and gardens, etc. So here in this context, Prabhupada writes in the purport that the heavenly residents enjoy superior happiness but never forget their position as eternal servants of the Supreme Lord. But humans forget. If human beings are given such kind of opulences, we see, and we say that Ishwarom Mahabhogi Siddhoham Balavansuki. We also speak same in the line of the Asura people. So that is the difference between us, the proud human beings, and the Bhaumasvarga residents. So then, after these 5 verses briefly describing the comparison between these Bharata Varsha and other Varshas, there is a discussion about elaborate prayers. The residents of all these Varshas, they are offering prayers and all. These prayers we will discuss next week. Next week we have exam. 11 to 12 we have exam for the previous chapters. Followed by 2 hours class, we will start with the prayers and prayers will continue. But today we will discuss the cosmology section only. So that will cover a little bit today. The next week we'll start prayers and then we move on. So that is not a problem. So these, we'll discuss the prayers in detail, but these are the respective Varshas. These are the mountain connected to it, and these are the leaders of the people who are residing there. So now 2 things we have to understand. One thing we have to understand, though we have said in the previous slide that those who take birth in Bhaumasvarga, these 8 Varshas, their lifespan is 10,000 years. This is for the visitors. Swarginam Punyashe Shobhobhogasthana. Those who by performing piety goes to Divyasvarga, then comes to Bhaumasvarga, their lifespan is 10,000 years. But there are some original residents of Bhaumasvarga who are like original Devatas and all. They live for 1 Manvantara. Those who live for 1 Manvantara are called as Amara. Amara means the Devatas, something like the original Devatas. So they live for a long time. So such people who are living for a long time for 1 Manvantara, they are engaged in the worship of the deities in every Varsha. But others who are just coming to visit, they just came to enjoy, so they will enjoy. So the characteristics of the people who came to enjoy is this one. The others who are the local permanent residents, who are living for 1 Manvantara, they are exactly like the Devatas. Upadevatas or Upadevatas, something like that. Among such Devatas and Upadevatas who live for 1 Manvantara, they constantly engage in devotional service. And their prayers are mentioned here in this chart. So in Lavata Varsha, one of the 11 Rudras is worshipping Lord Sankarshana. In Bhadrasha Varsha, son of Dharmaraj, Bhadrashrava, is worshipping Lord Hayagriva. And then in Hari Varsha, Prahlad Maharaj, worshipping Lord Narsingadev. Even though Lord Narsingadev requested Prahlad, please let us go to Vaikuntha. Prahlad said, no, unless and until all these conditions are delivered, I cannot come. So he is staying back since then. So right now he is there to instruct us his wonderful teachings. And then Ketumala Varsha, we have one form of Lakshmi Devi worshipping Lord Kandarpa or Lord Pradyumna. She takes the assistance of Prajapati Samvatsara's children, 360 daughters, 360 sons. They were also assisting Lakshmi Devi. Similarly, in Ramyaka Varsha, Vaivashvatamanu. So in his previous life, he was King Satyavrata. He was saved by Lord Matsya when so he was saved by Lord Matsya during that Pralaya in the last Manvantara. Then he was born as the son of Surya, Shradadeva, the Vaivashtamanu. After ruling over some time, after making Uttanapada the king, he retired and staying in the Vanaprastha order now in the Rammeka Varsha, serving Lord Matsya. Similarly, in Hiranmaya Varsha, Aryama, one of the 12 Adityas, stays here and worships Lord Kurma. In Uttarakuru Varsha, Bhudevi, whom Lord Varaha requested 2 times. So he is
Hare Krishna,
worshipping.
Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, so all the stories we hear that happened in different Varshas, not in Bharat Varsha. Is it that?
No. All the stories, most of the stories that we hear have happened in Bharata Varsha.
Okay. So the stories happened in Bharat Varsha, but the residents who stay there for a whole Manvantara, they worship the particular deity there.
See, in the past there was access to go anywhere and everywhere. Currently in the current Kali Yuga, we don't have access. But however, when Shastra is talking, Shastra talks about the relevant pastimes which are required. Even some of the events must have happened in the other places also. If they are related to Bharata Varsha, they will be described in the Vedic literatures. The Vedic literatures written by Vyasadeva are exclusively meant for Bharata Varsha residents.
Okay. Yes.
Not for others.
Yeah, because because of this reference, I thought if that incident happened there, and because most of the stories are here in Bharat Varsha, what we hear from our gurus and all.
Yes.
So I had that doubt. Okay.
Even Ramayana story happened in the Bharata Varsha only, but afterward they retired and staying in Kimpurusha Varsha. All the Vanaras, Hanumanji, Arishtasena, Sugriva and other Vanaras who assisted Lord Ram, after retirement, they are staying in Kimpurusha Varsha and serving Lord Rama's deity there. But Ramayana pastime happened in Bharata Varsha. So like that.
So what the Chiranjeevi we tell, Hanuman is a Chiranjeevi, Vibhishan is a Chiranjeevi. So they are now staying in that Varshas, not in Bharat Varsha.
Yes.
Okay.
So like this, Hiranmaya Varsha, Aryama, one of the 12 Adityas worshipping Lord Kurma, Uttarakuru Varsha, Bhudevi, who was rescued by Lord Varaha again and again, accepting Lord Varaha as her husband, and she is worshipping Lord Varaha there. In Kimpurusha Varsha, all the Vanaras who assist Lord Rama are still staying there and worshipping Lord Rama. And finally, Bharata Varsha, which is actually given to Narada Muni. Why it is so, we will discuss today. What is so special about this one? But in any way, just to give the clue, Narada means Narayan ko dene wala. That which gives us Lord Narayana is Bhakti. So Bhakti has to be propagated by Narada Muni or his followers. It is Narada Muni's prerogative. So Bharata Varsha is especially meant for practicing Bhakti and to come back to Godhead. While rest of the universe is meant to enjoy. A Jiva comes to material world to enjoy, so he has given lot of facilities. But Jiva also has to go back to Godhead. For that also there is one facility is given. So in that way. So for more details, we will discuss about Bharata Varsha in the future slides and all. So even currently, the future Manu, the 8th Manu, is going to be Savarni Manu. He is studying under Narada Muni. While teaching Savarni Manu, Narada Muni is worshipping Lord Naranarayan Rishis. So that is what is happening in Bharata Varsha. So here you can see all these wonderful personalities who are worshipping the Lord in their respective forms. So in this way, so Lord Shiva is worshipping Sankarchana, worshipping Ahagriva, Kandarpa, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Rama, and Naranarayana. So while describing these things, while introducing Ilavasa Varsha, there was a mention that the sloka says that there is only one male, that is one of the 11 Rudras, is assisted by Bhavani and 1 million Laksha ladies. If any male enters into this area, they will become female, like that. But this condition is applicable only in this mountain range. Kailash and Karavira mountain range, where one of the 11 Rudras stays. If anybody enters into this area unknowingly, they'll become female. There was a person known as Jumna, that 7th Vaivashvata Manu, He has a son known as Sudyumna. Sudyumna unknowingly came here and became female. And he forgot his past life. But that female was married by Buddha. And Buddha gave birth to Pururava. From that Pururava, the lunar dynasty Chandravamsha began on the Bhumandala. So in that way. Same way, this is the mountain used for Samudra Manthan. All the Devatas and Asuras came here, but they did not turn to female. That means the condition does not applicable here. The condition put by Lord Shiva is applicable only here. So what is this condition? Why this condition is put and all will be given in the 9th canto, 1st chapter. Those who are interested, you can read that for more details. Or when we discuss the prayers, so there the details will come. This is Mandara mountain, which is used in churning the milk ocean. Lord Kurma is down below. Here is Lord Shiva worshipping Sankarshana. The Vanaras assisting Lord Rama to construct the bridge to Lanka. King Satyavrata was saved by Lord Matsya during the Pralaya that happened in Chaksasa Manvantara. So like this, there was a small, all the details are there. 17th chapter, there is a prayers offered by Shiva. And 18th chapter, the prayers offered by other personalities. And 19th chapter, the prayers offered by two people, Hanumanji as well as Narada Muni, are mentioned in the first part of the 19th chapter. And then afterwards, the remaining 19th chapter talks about Bharata Varsha. Because 11th Varsha is described elaborately, and Bhagavatam says like that, other 8 Varshas also, same opulence are there. But Bharata Varsha is only told that it is a Karma Bhumi. That much only given. So some more details are given in this 19th chapter, text number 16 to 28. They talk about other details of Bharata Varsha. Here we understand where are we situated. In Bharata Varsha, just as in Ilavata Varsha, there are many mountains and rivers. Some of the mountains are Malaya, Mangalaprastha, etc. etc. Some of the names I put in different color because these are the mountains we regularly hear about their names. That's why I put Sayadri, Devagiri, Srishela, Venkatachala, Mahendragiri, Govardhana and Chitrakuta. So these are around us. Of course, some names are given. Besides these, there are many other hills with many large and small rivers flowing from their flows. So there are many more mountains, but Bhagavatam cannot tell all the names. Few names are mentioned and other names are to be assumed. So then,
in this mountain, the Himalaya Nam is not there.
Because Himalaya is on the outer boundary of Bharata Varsha, it is not inside Bharata Varsha.
Okay.
Where was the picture? Yeah, Himalaya is above Bharata Varsha. This is Bharata Varsha. These are the mountains inside the Bharata Varsha. That's why it is not mentioned. So all these mountains are the sources of various rivers. So all those rivers are mentioned in the next verse. So the inhabitants of Bharata contact these pure rivers by their minds, body, and utterance of their names. Every day to purify the water, we chant the holy names of the 7 rivers, Gange, Yamune, Chaiva. So like that. So many rivers are there, but some of the names which we know are Brahmaputra, Tambrabarni, Katamala, Kaveri, Tungabhadra, Krishnaveni, Godavari, Narmada, Mahanadi, Yamuna, Saraswati, Gomati, Sarayu. These are some rivers which we know. Other rivers also there. Some of you might be knowing more rivers also, but it does not matter. There are so many rivers, and these are also notable rivers only. Not that this is the only list. Beyond this also there is a big list. So in that way. And then in the 19th verse, there is a discussion about activities. So in Bharata Varsha, there are certain number of mountains, certain rivers, and the people's activities. What are the activities of the people in Bharata Varsha? They are mentioned in the 19th verse. In Bharata Varsha, many destinations, heavenly, human, and hellish, are prescribed for all people because people take birth according to actions in Sattvaguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. All these destinations are prescribed for the self according to the quality of their actions, as indicated in the Vedas. So these are normal things. People perform activities in the 3 modes. Accordingly, they get 3 destinations. People also practice bhakti and karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga. Accordingly, they get liberation. Sahyajya mukti, salokya, sarishti, samipya, sarupya, liberation, etc. So Bharata Varsha is specially known for awarding liberation. That's why when the discussion of Bharata Varsha is coming, Apavarga is discussed. In the previous sections, while discussing all the other Bhaumasvargas and all, there was no discussion about liberation. That means getting liberation from other places would be a little tough compared to Bharata Varsha. That is one interesting feature. Here, in the purport, the Prabhupada only talks about Varnashrama duties. Why the 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas are created, how they should perform duties and all it is being described. But Sri Vishnu Tagore, in his commentary, quoting Vishnu Purana, Vayu Purana, Markandeya Purana, etc., so that details we'll see now. So according to Vishnu Purana, Vishakratpad writes, Bharatasya Varshasya Navavedan Nishamaya. In Bharata Varsha, there are 9 islands, 9 dvipas. Their names are Indradvipa, Kaseru, Tamravarna, Babastiman, Saumya, Nagadvipa, Gandharva, Varuna. 8 names are mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th name is not mentioned. Then the understanding is that the 9th one is actually called as Bharata Dvipa. As a result of that, whole tract of land also became known as Bharata Varsha. That is given here. Ayam tu navamastesham dvipa sagara sambrutaha. Yojananam sahasrantu dvipoyam dakshinotara. 2 times ayam tu navamastesham. Ayam dvipa comes. That indicates that this particular dvipa, which is the 9th one, which is connected, which is kept on the boundary in the near to ocean. The 9th one is bordering the ocean, which is 1000 yojanas from north to south, known as Bharata or Bharata Khanda. The 9th island bordering the ocean 1000 yojanas from north to south as you measure. So this indirectly indicates that from north to south, the whole Bharata Varsha is 9000 yojanas, and there are 9 divisions, and the 9th division is 1000 yojanas from north to south. That also implies that other 8 divisions, when you measure from north to south, each division is also 1000 yojanas. So 9 divisions, 9 into 1000 yojanas, total 9000 yojanas. That is the width of Bharata Varsha. So this 9th one, which is known as Bharatakanda here, is also known with different names in different scriptures. Some places it's known as Bharatakanda, Navadvipa, Sudarshan Dvipa, Kumarika Dvipa, like this. There are different names for this, say, 9th Dvipa. And one interesting point is, a person is limited to only one of these divisions for life, especially in the current Kali Yuga. If somebody is born in one of these 9 divisions, they will have to remain in that division for the entire life. They cannot go to other divisions. In the current Kali Yuga, it is not possible. Sagar Sambrita means located at the edge of the ocean. So this is hint coming from Vishnu Purana that there are 9 divisions within Bharata Varsha. Or somebody may question that, hey, we are studying Bhagavatam. Where is the reference in Bhagavatam? Like that one may say. There is a hint given in 9th canto. Sorry, 11th canto. So, Agnidra, the eldest son of Priyavrata, who married Purachiti and gave birth to 9 sons. The 9 sons became the rulers of the 9 Varshas. So, when he divided them into 9 divisions, when he gave the lands to respect to sons, he named the land with the name of his son. So the tract of land which was given to Nabi, it became known as Nabi Varsha. And like that, Kimpurusha Varsha, Hari Varsha, Ilavrata Varsha, Rameka Varsha, Hiranya Varsha, Kuru Varsha, Bhadrasha Varsha, Ketumala Varsha, etc. So then they married 9 daughters of Meru. First one is Meru Devi. So Nabi wanted to have the Supreme Lord as his son. So he performed a yajna. Lord agreed to become his son. Lord appeared as Durvasa Muni. Sorry, Rishabdev. When Rishabdev was ruling this tract of land, this tract of land known as Rishabha Ajnaba Varsha. Aja means unborn lord. Naba means the son of Nabi. The unborn lord became the son of Nabi because he is known as Ajnaba. So this land became known as Ajnaba Varsha. Then he married the daughter of Indra. Her name is Jayanti. And then through her he begot 100 sons, out of which 81 sons became Brahmanas, 9 sons became Navayogendras, Paramahamsa Sannyasis, and 10 people became the Kshatriyas. So that is mentioned here. So when Bharata Maharaj began to rule this land, it became known as Bharata Varsha. Of the 10 sons, the eldest one is Bharata Maharaj. Bharata Maharaj will remain the monarch, and Bharata requested his 9 younger brothers, please take care of the 9 divisions within Bharata Varsha. Tesham Navadviva Patayosti Samandata. The remaining sons, the remaining 9 Kshatriya sons of the Rishabdev, they began to rule the small tracts within Bharata Varsha, the 9 Khandas within Bharata Varsha. So here is the division within Bharata Varsha described in the Bhagavatam, 11th canto. So in that way, so the Bharata Varsha has been divided into 9 Khandas. The 9 Khandas are given to take the responsibility by 9 younger brothers of Bharata Maharaj, are 9 sons of our Lord Rishabdev, and Bharata Maharaj made as the emperor. So His Holiness Danavir Goswami Maharaj in his Vedic cosmology video, he presented these 9 divisions within Bharata Varsha like this. You can see the numbers. This is another picture. You can see the numbers. But however, according to Vishnu Purana, we understand that the divisions are like north to south. The total width of Bharata Varsha from Greater Himalayas to the outer edge is 9,000 yojanas, within which there are 9 divisions. In each division is 1,000 yojanas. These are the 9 divisions. The blue line indicates the ocean. And here is the 9th division. The bottommost part is the location of the 9th division. Then Vishnu Purana further exclusively talks about this 9th division. It says that Purve Kirata Yasyante Pashchime Yavana Smrta. In this 9th division, in the eastern side Kiratas are residing, in the western side Yavanas are residing. In the eastern side there are kingdoms like Kamarupa, Varissa, Kalinga, Magadha. In the southern side there are kingdoms like Maruka and Malavas. Some hints are given. Then the one more verse from Vishnu Purana which exclusively talks about Bharata Varsha. Chatvari Bharate Varshe Yugantara Mahamuni. There is change in 4 yugas within Bharata Varsha. What are the 4 yugas? Kritam Treta Dvaparamsha, Kalischa Anyatrana Kvachit. Krita, Treta, Dvapara and Kali. These are the 4 yugas. And the change in these 4 yugas only takes place in Bharata Varsha. The whole Bharata Varsha only sees these 4 yugas. Rest of the universe never sees these 4 yugas. Especially Bhaumaswara is always having Treta Yuga only. They don't see Satya Yuga, Dvapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. But Bharata Varsha get to see Satya, Treta, Dvapara and Kali. Anyatra na kvachit. And then Vaipurana says, Bharatasya Varshasya Navavedan Nidvodata Sagarantarita Jnayaste Tu Agame Parasparam. Yes, there are 9 divisions divided by ocean, which are mutually accessible, inaccessible. And Tu Agame Parasparam means when it says that one cannot go from one division to other division, this is exclusively valid for Kali Yuga. Other yugas people could go, but in the current Kali Yuga we cannot go. That is the understanding. Then Siddhanta Shiromani, Srila Prabhupada quotes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which also says same thing. there are same 9 divisions within Bharata Varsha. So you can see. Iti Bharasha Varta Madhye. So only Bharata Khanda is displayed as then there are few more points from Markandeya Purana. Karma is not enjoined anywhere else. That means karma is exclusively, mainly it is seen, microscopically it is seen in Bharata Varsha. The ninth island is surrounded by water measuring 1000 yojanas from south to north. And there are a mixture of people, Aryas and Mlechas are residing in this place, but the predominant places. And 1000 years, 1000 years, 1000 yojanas from south to north. That is Bharata Khanda, and other divisions are also 1000 yojanas as we measure from south to north. So in that way. So Mlechas and Aryans are residing, but they stay at separate places. This place is called Karma Bhumi. It bestows everything according to one's Papa and Punya. Then Sri Krishna Chakravarti himself writes some points in the commentary. Whatever is mentioned in the shloka, Urdhvam Gacchanti Sattvastha, Madhya Tishtanti Rajasa, Jaganna Gunati Adhokachan Tamasa, all this will happen because Vedas say so. Vedas talk about like this. So it is made like that. Even if one does not endeavor for liberation, the opportunities to get liberation comes on their own. Our ISKCON is the testimony. How many people on the roadside are searching for liberation, are searching for bhakti, but ISKCON devotees go and forcefully give them bhakti. Recently, we have Ratha Yatra time, a lot of book distribution happens. In December marathon book distribution happens. Now, stores also were available. Five types of liberations are being indicated. Then, here comes some nice prayers. Like sometime back, we just said that in Divya Swarga and Bhauma Swarga, there are two category of people, the original residents and the visitors. The original residents to some extent are great devotees. They are living for one manvantara. The original Devata Sandal. Shastra says after their tenure is over, they all will go back home back to Godhead. They will go to the spiritual world. But the visitors who visit Divyaswarga and Bhaumaswarga as a result of their piety, they generally visit for enjoyment. Some of them want to enjoy day in, day out. But some of them, they have not enjoyed. So now, these people, understanding that, so we thought we can peacefully practice bhakti in the heaven and we came here. But now we have understood that we cannot practice bhakti here the way we thought. Though it may be peaceful, but it is not conducive place for practicing bhakti. That is what they are going to tell in these prayers, which glorifies the greatness of Bharata Varsha. This Bharata Varsha is suitable for service to Lord Mukunda. What kind of pious activities the people of Bharata Varsha have performed, that's why they got birth in Bharata Varsha. We also have performed so many pious activities, we have taken birth in Bhaumaswarga or Divyaswarga. Janmalabdam Rushubhata Bharatajire Mukunda Sevopayakam Skruhayina Nayatra Narayana Pada Pankaja Mrutis Pramushtat Undriyostava. Somebody may say, hey, why are you saying unnecessarily? You are so pessimistic. You are in a happy situation, you can practice bhakti there also. We are not able to practice bhakti here, say. Like that we may say. But they say, no, not like that. We have performed again the past, the result of that we have come here. We can't stay here, we can't live from here. Even though we want to practice bhakti, we cannot practice bhakti because the opportunities for sense gratification are unlimited surrounding us. Even though if we have a desire to practice bhakti, we cannot practice bhakti. Our remembrance of the Lord will be carried away by Pramushta Atishaya Indriya Ustavad. The opportunities for sense gratification which are unlimited, They will drag away our desire to serve the Lord. So what bhakti we can practice? So like that they say in the first verse. They have already understood the problem. हमको भक्ति करने का इच्छा है बट भक्ति नहीं कर सकते. And then Devata say that the movement stay in Bharata is much better than the residence in Brahmaloka for a kalpa. Because people from Bharata Varsha can easily attain Vaikunta, but from other places they cannot attain Vaikunta easily. Because the reason is there is one phrase in the Vedanta Sutra that as long as one's lifespan is allotted, one need to practice bhakti for that long to go back home back to Godhead. If one does anything less, one cannot.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
One second. So, Kalpayusham sthana jayat punarbhavat Kshanayusham Bharata bhujayovaram. Here they say that the simple example is Katvanga Maharaj. Even though he was fighting for the Devatas, he was in the heaven. When Kartikeya was born, they requested Katvanga Maharaj to retreat from the battle. Then they said, you can ask any benediction except Mukunda, except Mukti. Then Katvanga Maharaj said, forget about the blessings, please tell me how much lifespan I have. They said, you only have one Muhurta. Then he said, please shift me to my hometown. They said, what you will do? All so many generations passed, no one will recognize you. So no problem. The people may not recognize me, but the Lord will recognize me. Our family deity will recognize me. So like that he came and stood in front of his family deity, meditated on the Lord's lotus feet and attained perfection in one Muhurta. The family deity that was worshipped by all the Suryavamsha residents is Lord Ranganath. It is looking at Lord Ranganath's wonderful lotus feet, Katvanga Maharaj attained perfection. So that's why Bharata Varsha is so great. Even though otherwise also, wherever we may be born, for one lifetime we need to practice bhakti and show to the Lord, my dear Lord, this is my lifespan. You have given me this, I'm showing you that whole life I have been performing bhakti. Then they say that if at all, oh my dear residents of Bharata Varsha, if you have done so many pious activities, as a result of that, you are promoted to go to Brahmaloka. If that opportunity is there before you, but before selecting Brahmaloka, kindly cross check whether these things are there or not. Otherwise, you will stuck up there. What are the things? Nayatra Narayana, Nayatra Vaikunta Kata Sudapaga, Nasadavo Bhagavatastadashrayah, Nayatra Yajnesha Makamahotsavaha, Suresha Lokopi na Vaisa Sevyatam. If there are no Vaikunta Kata Sudapaga, the nectar of Vaikunta Katha, nectar of Krishna Katha is not happening continuously. Don't go to Satyaloka. Nasadavo Bhagavata Stadashraya. If there are no sadhus who have taken the shelter of hearing those Krishna Kathas, don't go to Vaikunta. Don't go to Brahmaloka. Nayetra Yajnesha Mako Mahosava. If there are no continuous Sankirtana Yajnas and other festivals are being performed regularly, don't go there. Even the Surisha Lokopi Nasaiva Sevata. Even though it is Suresha Loka, don't serve them. Don't go to Brahmaloka also. So, because they have landed here, they have stuck up here, and they are actually giving us guidance. Prematurely don't select some place without these facilities. And these things we can see fully, they are there in our Bharata Varsha. So many festivals, so many Bhagavad Katha, so many this, so many that. We have tough time to which one to listen, which one to attend. Those who attend the Bharata and do not utilize it properly are most lamentable, because they are again bound up like the bird trapped by a hunter. The Lord certainly awards the desired objects, not in a way that they will ask again for enjoyment. Instead, He gives His lotus feet through, though they do not even desire them. One advantage in Bharata Varsha is that somebody may say that no, you think that Bharata Varsha people are great. हम देखते हैं ना हमारे अगल बगल में कितना परेशान है. Log. Here no one is interested in practice bhakti. Like that one may say. They say that such kind of people are most lamentable. This is the most suitable place to practice bhakti, but still people are not practicing means they are like the birds trapped by the hunter. But still, even though people may not be interested in direct bhakti, but even though in their Jivan time, in their Jivan Kal, they will visit Lord Vishnu and they ask for fulfillment of their material desires. Artho Jignashu Artharthi. So when they come, Lord certainly fulfill their desires, not in such a way that they will become attached to more and more material desires. No. Even though they did not ask, Lord will offer his own lotus feet, tasting which slowly, they will become disinterested in material desires. They will become pure devotees. That is indicated in this shloka. Satyam dishatyartitamartito nrunam naivartado yat punarartitayata swayam vidatte bhajatamanichyatam ichchapidanam nijapada pallavam.
ट्रेनिंग में पेशेंट का मारा मारी गया एक महीना 1.5 महीना कमाए टाइम.
Okay. So, Swayam vidatte bhajatam anichatam ichchavidanam nijapada pallavam. Even though anichatam, no one wants Lord's lotus feet, but Lord gives on his own to such devotees, those who come to him. Udara sarva evaite, as Bhagavad Gita Lord Krishna says. They could have gone anywhere, they came to me, that's why they are Udara. For such people, I will give my lotus feet, tasting which they will forget all the material desires. They will become pure devotees eventually. So, like that. And finally, they say that if at all we have any pious credits remaining from the performing of sacrifices, from chanting the Vedas, from performing charitable activities, may those credits give us birth in Bharata with the remembrance of the Lord, where we will have the association of the devotees. We will worship the Lord. We will receive the blessings of the Lord. Tena bhajay smritima janmana syad varshe hareryad bhajatam sham tanoti. Let us have birth in Bharata Varsha with the memory of the Lord's lotus feet, following which we can go to Vaikuntha. So this is the prayer of our visitors in Divya Swarga and Bhauma Swarga. So they are telling, बेटा आप लोग ऑलरेडी भारत वर्ष में हैं. Here continuously कृष्ण कथा is going on, कृष्ण कीर्तन is going on, कृष्ण कथा सुनने वाले भी हजारों में हैं, और festivals are happening now and then every day there is a festival. So these things will inspire and take you back to Godhead. So like that, utilize this rare opportunity of getting birth in human life and in Bharata Varsha. That is a rare opportunity. Like that, the residents of the heavenly visitors and lower local visitors are telling to the residents of Bharata Varsha. So these are some wonderful glories which are mentioned in the 19th chapter. So any questions till now? Hare Krishna, you are able to follow?
Yes, Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I have two questions. One, you said that how many life years we are there in this Bharat Varsha, that many years we have to perform devotional service. If we don't, then the next life we have to again do it. Is it like that?
There is one verse comes in the Damodar Leela, which is the famous verse, which is Gaurang Prabhu many times quotes in his Bhagavatam classes. That was Swamatu Svinna Gatraya Visrishta Kabara Sruja Drishtva Parishramam Krishna Krupayasi Swabandhane. Mother Yashoda since morning trying to bind Krishna with a rope onto Ukkal. But this later in the evening, it is the second half of the day, in the afternoon, later afternoon, still she could not. But by the way, it is happening in the open ground and lot of heat is there, all these things are there. First of all, she ran and caught Krishna after long struggle, and then she was trying to bind him. Her whole body is drenched with the sweat. So she was working very hard. Drishtva parishramam Krishna krupayasi swabandhane. When the Lord sees our parishrama, Krishna Krupa will award Krishna to us. Same way, so because Mother Yashoda is a Nityasiddha Bhakta, for us, at least one full lifetime. See, when one goes to Vaikuntha, what we say, Nitya Leela. Jaya Om Pravishta. Nitya Leela Pravishta, like that we say, na? Nitya Leela means continuous Leela. So if we want to be part of continuous Leela, we should become accustomed to be part of the continuous Leela. Otherwise, if you want to do 10 things and among 10 things, one thing is Bhakti, then if you go to Vaikuntha, in Vaikuntha there is only one thing. There is no place for other 9 things. So one gets bored and one want to come back. So such kind of people Lord does not want in Vaikuntha. Lord only want those who want to do exclusive Bhakti in Vaikuntha. For that, we have to show that, my dear Lord, I am trained to do only exclusive Bhakti here. So that has to be indicated. This reference comes in the second canto Chatushloki Bhagavatam section. In one of the shlokas, the purport, Acharyas quote one verse from Brahma Sutras, Venasutra, Yavad Adhikaram, Adhikarikanam, Adhikarikatvam, something like that. So it's basically whatever tenure one is given, one has to complete that and show to the Lord, and surrender unto the Lord. So whatever lifespan is given, that is our tenure. So that long we have to show, yes, I can do Bhakti. Please take me to Vaikuntha, I can do Bhakti for the rest of eternity. So that conviction we have to show to the Lord. That is understanding.
Okay, yes, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, the second question is, so Bharatvarsha is divided into khandas.
9 khandas.
9 khandas. So these 9 khandas are also separated by seas, no? So
Yes.
that we see, this we see the Arabian Sea and that.
No, don't come to any conclusion. Wait.
Yeah.
What are these khandas and all we will discuss now.
Okay.
Other devotees? Any questions from other devotees? Hare Krishna, is everyone able to follow or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Any questions?
No, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, following.
Okay. You can stop me also if you have some questions in between. So since Mataji was asking that, so do we consider these khandas are like different continents, something like that. So the doubts may come. So we have seen some of the general characteristics of the entire Bharatavarsa, and we have also seen some of the general characteristics of Bharata Khanda. So Bharata Khanda is the 9th one at the bottommost area, touching the ocean. Its width is 1000 yojanas, and some Vishnu Purana verses also talked about there are some people, Mlechas, Yavanas, Aryans, they are living at different places, etc. are being mentioned. So now exclusively that Bharata Khanda. So what is this Bharata Khanda is all about? Now we will see from Mahabharata. The depiction of Bharata Khanda. How does this Bharata Khanda look like? So Sri Tiruvenkata Ramanuja Jiyar, one of the three Vaishnava Acharya, born in 1805. After taking sannyasa, he made his residence in Sri Perambuduru. He was born in Tirumangalam. He began to stay in Sri Perambuduru, the birthplace of Sripad Ramanujacharya. But after sannyasa, he was traveling here and there. He came to Melkote. There he was reading Mahabharata, especially this section of Mahabharata. Bhishma Parva, Jambu Kanda, Vinirnaya Parva, 5th chapter. In the regular version, it is 5th chapter. In the Bori version, it is 6th chapter. 6th chapter, 12th verse, 15th verse, 16th verse. They are the 3 important verses, and also other verses surrounding that. They talk about this Bharata Khanda. The reason is, Dhritarashtra is asking for the battle of Kurukshetra, who all participated. and from which kingdom they all came. So while describing the kingdoms of the warriors who all participated in the Mahabharata war, he is talking about Jambudvipa, he is talking about Bharata Varsha, he is talking about Bharatakanda. So we are seeing those verses which are talking about Bharatakanda. So this is the portrait of Sri Tiruvenkat Ramanuja, and he says, and Mahabharata says, Sudarshanam pravakshami dvipam to kurunandana parimandalo maharaja dvipo sauchakra samsita. The shloka says, this Bharatakanda is called Sudarshan Dvipa. We are specifically talking about the 9th division, not the whole Bharata Varsha. Within Bharata Varsha, there are 9 divisions. The bottommost division, which is at the bottom, that division only we are discussing now. That is called Bharatakanda. That Bharatakanda is also called Sudarshan Dvipa, since it looks beautiful to the eyes of the onlookers. देखने वालों को सुंदर दिखता है इसलिए सुदर्शन द्वीपा. And also, being circular, it looks like the disc of the Lord. From far, when you see, it looks like a disc. That's why it is called Sudarshan Chakra. So in that way, it is attached to the cyclic time in the form of disc preceded by the god Sudarshana. Also, especially in Bharatakanda, Satya, Treta, Dvapara, Kali. Cyclically, they keep changing. That's why also it is called Sudarshana. This is Lord Sudarshana. This is Sudarshan Chakra. But however, the shloka has a word, Parimandala. Parimandala has different meanings. One meaning of Parimandala is spear. That is taken by the translators.
ये कौन सी वाली गाड़ी है? इकोनॉमी है? हाँ, पर अभी तो इकोनॉमी.
Sudarshan Dvipa is in the form of a globe. Since all the 4 corners of this Bharatakanda is rounded like the bale fruit. So Parimandala is taken as a spear. What kind of spear? Spear like a bale fruit. You can see bale fruit. So from far, when you see, it looks like a disc, but when you go nearby, it looks like the spear. Even further, when you go nearby, what all you see in the Bharatakanda? Vrikshai pushpapalopetai sampanna dana danyavan lavanena samudrena samantat parivarita. It is full of trees covered with flowers and fruits and with crops of various kinds and with many other rich things. It is surrounded on all sides with salt ocean. So see, still you go further. Some places you see land portion, some places you see water portion. Wherever land portion is there, that entire land portion is occupied by plants, flower plants and fruit plants. So in that way, it is full of trees covered with flowers and fruits and with crops of various kinds and with many other rich things. It is surrounded on all sides with salt ocean. Yata cha purusha pashyedadrishe mukamatmana evam sudarshana dvipo drusyate chandramandale. Just like so, early morning, as we get up, take bath and wear clothes, then we'll stand in front of the mirror to apply tilak. Same way, if this Bharatakanda is a spherical person, if you want to see himself in a mirror, for him the mirror is full moon. When the full moon in the front side, you will see the front face. When the full moon in the back side, you will see the back face, back part of the head. So in that way. So when he sees in the front side, Viramshe Pipalastatra, the front side there are 2 people tree leaves. Viramshe Shasha Shomahan. In the back side there is 1 people tree leaf and a great rabbit. Sarvoshadi Samavyapai Sarvato Paribrahmita. All these land portions are filled with a lot of vegetation, plants and this and that. Then, so one side there are 2 people tree leaves Other side there is a people tree leaf and a big rabbit, and rest all is water. And these all land portions are filled with different kind of vegetation. So reading through these verses, contemplating the meaning of these verses, Tiruvenkat Ramanujarji drew a picture. It is like this. On one side, people tree leaves. On the other side, one people tree leaf and a big rabbit and lot of vegetation here and there. The empty space is all water. He was thinking what it has to do anything. Why Mahabharata is discussing such a picture? He kept it in the middle, in the open area, and moved around. When he went on the other side, he understood. This is corroborating with the current day modern map. So like this. On one side, the spherical globe looks like two people tree leaves. On the other side, the spherical globe land portion looks like big rabbit and a people tree leaf. It's like this. So the earth globe is the 9th division of Bharata Varsha, not the entire Bharata Varsha. This we have to understand. So this is the entire Jambudvipa, 9 division. This is Bharata Varsha. Within Bharata Varsha, there are 9 Khandas. The 9th Khanda, where my left cursor is there, that is our Bharata Khanda. So the whole Bharata Varsha is not the earth globe, but only the 9th division is the earth globe. That we have to understand. So in science, whatever information is available is only about field. So this only about this spherical earth globe only. The rest of the Bhumandala, rest of the Bharata Varsha, Jambudvipa and all, we can't see. Why we can't see and all, maybe we will discuss in the future class. But this is the connection. The earth globe is a small part of the bigger Bhumandala. Just like on the northern boundary of the bigger whole Bharata Varsha, there are bigger Himalayas. Within our earth globe also, on the northern boundary of India, we have smaller Himalayas, which are duplication of the bigger Himalayas. So Sri Tiruvenkata Ramanuja GRG not only drew the picture of the Bharata Khanda, but he draws the picture of the entire universe that you can see here. The Bharata Khanda picture is here, and the whole universe picture, the 7 universal layers, the upper planetary systems, Dhruva, Mount Meru, this is Manasottara mountain, 7 Dvipa, 7 Varshas, this is Jambudvipa, this is Bharata Khanda, here is the chariot of sun, these are 7 lower planetary systems, Ashtadigajas, Garbhodaka ocean, and the different planetary lords and the different planetary orbits, sun's chariot, eclipses, Chandragrahan, Suryagrahan, how it will happen, etc.
Prabhupada's desire for the diagram was...
Is audio audible, Prabhuji? Anyone?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Srila Prabhupada's desire for the diagram was not to go unfulfilled. That elusive map was discovered by Srila Prabhupada's disciples at the holy village of Melakote, some 50 kilometers north of Mysore, Karnataka in India. This diagram accurately depicted the entire cosmology of Srimad Bhagavatam in an ingenious yet simple rendering. The person through whom it was revealed to the world was the 19th century scholar saint Tiruvenkata Ramanuja G.R. Swami. Born in Sri Perumbudur, Tamil Nadu, Tiruvenkata Swami went on to become an acharya or spiritual leader in the preceptorial line known as the Sri Sampradaya. He spent several years of his life in Melakote, which 900 years earlier had been the residence place of Sripad Ramanujacharya, the most prominent acharya of the Sri Sampradaya. At Melakote, in the 1,000-year-old temple, Tiruvenkata Swami studied and taught the Vedas and also worshipped the deity of Tirucheluva Narayan.
अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये.
One day, while studying the Mahabharata, a 5,000-year-old epic of ancient India, he came across some intriguing verses. In the 5th chapter of Jambu Khanda, Bhishma Parva of Mahabharata, it is said,
Sudarshanam pravakshami dvipastu gurunandana parimandalo maharaja dvipoyam chakra samstita yato hi purusha pashyet darshanam mukhamatmana evam sudarshana dvipo drishyate chandramandale dviramshe pipalastatra dviramshe cha saso mahan sarvaushadhi samavayes sarvatah parivarita.
This Bharat Khanda is called Sudarshana Dvip, since it looks beautiful to the eyes of the onlookers. Being circular, it looks like the disk of the Lord, and it is attached to cyclic time in the form of a disk presided over by Lord Sudarshana. Bharat Khanda is in the form of a globe, since all of its 4 corners are rounded like the bale fruit. When viewed from the moon, half of Bharat Khanda appears like the rabbit and a small peepal leaf, while the other half appears in the form of a big peepal leaf, with all of them surrounded by varieties of vegetation. Pondering the verses, he became perplexed. What on earth can a rabbit and peepal leaves have to do with geography or cosmography? As he sought to understand their meaning, he contemplated, meditated, and prayed. Finally, by divine inspiration, he sketched a drawing of the rabbit and the peepal leaves, but still remained mystified about their connection with the Earth's geography. Suddenly it dawned on him that if the drawing was turned upside down, the rabbit perfectly corresponded with Europe, Asia, and Africa, while the peepal leaves corresponded with North America, South America, and Australia. These continents comprise our Earth, which the Mahabharata calls Bharat Khanda. Vishnu Purana also describes the earth as Bharat Khanda and gives its diameter as 8,000 miles. The earth is also referred to by the name Bharat Khanda in the invocation Sankalpa mantra chanted by Brahmana priests since time immemorial up until the present day.
Jambudvipe Bharata Varsha Bharata Khande Meroho
Vedic cosmology gives descriptions of the entire cosmos, including its subtle features. Perception and access to these subtle features, however, requires karmic qualification. Consequently, much of the cosmos described earlier, as well as parts of the cosmography about to be described, are imperceptible and inaccessible to us earthly inhabitants. Bharat Khanda is one of the 9 islands of the larger and originally bow-shaped Bharat Varsha, which was divided by the sons of Sagara. Being completely surrounded by water, the islands are mutually unreachable. In the Vedas, Bharat Khanda, our earth, is also referred to by other names such as Sudarshan Dvip, Kumarika Dvip, and Navadvip, etc.
Yeah. So that was about quick summary of what we discussed till now. How Mahabharata gives a hint about the shape of the Bharatkhanda, shape of the earth globe on which we are all residing.
Prabhuji, one question.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, the 9 islands we understood, and our Bharat Khanda is a sphere. So, in between the river, between the seas are there, they are also salty. And after Bharatvarsha, the other Khand that which divides the sea, that is also salt sea.
Yes. Jambudipa is
So,
surrounded by saltwater ocean. That saltwater
yes.
ocean only goes inside the Bharata Varsha, divide the Bharata Varsha into 9 khandas. And depend
Okay.
within
So,
Bharata Khanda and other khandas also there are saltwater ocean.
okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Other devotees, anyone has any question?
Prabhuji, this Bharat Varsha width given 9,000 yojana, and even the Bharat Khanda size, how much
1,000
given?
yojanas.
1,000 in the 13,000 kilometer. So these are the according to that is the this Earth. But
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Wait.
So the other Khanda.
Let Prabhuji complete. Yeah, what is your question, Prabhuji?
So Prabhuji, that it is matching Earth. I don't think.
What is the diameter of the Earth?
3,600 kilometer.
That is a problem. You find out in the meantime. Okay, Mataji.
So Prabhuji, there are 9 khandas. So in the 9 khandas also inhabitants are there.
Yes.
So which type of inhabitants are there? They are like human
Human-like,
beings.
because Bharata Varsha is meant for humans and other species. So just like in Bharata Khanda, human beings are there. In other khandas also human-like species will be there.
Okay. So that is also Karma Bhumi. No? All the Bharat Varsha is Karma Bhumi.
Whole Bharata Varsha is Karma Bhumi.
So when we say that when the soul departs, it goes to other lokas. So is it like all anywhere in this Bharat Varsha 9 khandas anywhere?
It all depends on one's karma. The soul may go to Satyaloka, soul may go to Swargaloka, soul may go to other khandas, soul may go to other varshas. As per one's karma, soul goes. So we cannot say that it will go here only.
Thank you so much. This chapter has brought me into such a humbleness that we are so insignificant, Prabhuji. Seeing all these things, so is insignificant, but still our pride, our ego, and this is so much. Thank you for the elaboration of all these things.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, DRDO scientist. Earth का diameter कितना है?
Yes, actually, it was equatorial diameter is saying 12,756 and polar diameter is 12,700
वो ठीक
714.
है. नो, आप चार्ट जीपीटी खोल के बोल रहे हैं. हाँ,
Yes.
गूगल खोल के बोल रहे हैं. मुझे याद
Yes,
रहना
yes.
चाहिए. फिंगर टिप्स में याद होना चाहिए.
So now my question is this: if it is a flat, then what we by seeing from this South Pole, it is just like we're showing the bell fruit which are cut like that. So how it will look like a globe? My question is
दिख
there.
रहे हैं ना ग्लोब? ग्लोब दिखा है ना आपको? You wait. See, प्रभुजी, ये तो हम just चालू कर रहे हैं. You need to wait for the future discussions. There will get more information also. But anyway, ग्लोब तो दिखा है ना? आपका आंखों के सामने ग्लोब रखा. और क्या?
Yeah, actually we are shown. But if you see in the two-dimensional structure, so Earth is like a flat leaf.
That is Earth, not Earth. Bhumandala is like a flat leaf.
Bhumandala is a
Bhumandala,
flat
Jambudipa.
leaf. So then how this one portion it looks like a glove? That is my question.
Okay. If the entire Bhumandala is supposed to be flat, if the entire is supposed to be flat, but now and then there are so many mountains. Are the mountains are also flat?
No.
They are protruding from the earth.
Yes.
Same way, there is one particular land portion protruding from the Bhumandala, but that protrusion assumed the shape of a sphere.
Okay.
Can't Lord do that much?
Yes, why not?
Then accept it.
Probably one more question. Then generally other scripture, just like in some Abrahamic religion, they are telling Earth is like a flat structure.
Yeah, Bhumandala is flat.
So whether
No one
the
is
Earth
denying
is
that.
like a flat structure or Bhumandala, they are telling. We don't know, but you must probably have studied somewhere.
No, I have also not studied their books.
No, actually, okay.
See, when Shastra says, Shastra might be saying in terms of the Bhumandala, but how they interpret, how they attribute, that will be different. Yeah, that is the problem.
Okay.
Maybe in couple of slides later, I'll show something. Even though our
Okay, thank you.
Puranas say flat Bhumandala, but our ancestors have interpreted everything as a spherical Bhumandala. They say Bhumandala is spherical. So either way it can be. The spherical thing, some people may say flat, some people may say flat thing is superior. So both assumptions can be possible.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, you said all the 4 yugas only are there in Bharat
Bharata
Khanda.
Varsha.
So in Bharat Varsha or Bharat Khanda?
Bharata Varsha.
Acha, full Bharat Varsha. Okay, okay.
So now, some supporting evidences. Of course, Mahabharata is talking about it. Sri Ramanujayar is reading these things and drawing the pictures, and people still question how can we accept this, that, and all. So some supporting references you see. This is one verse from Suridanta. Sarvatraiva mahigole swastanamu parisitam mannete ke eto golasya kwa urdam kwa apiyada. And the shape of the Bharata is spherical. People in each place think themselves to be uppermost. But at the globe of the earth is situated in ether, as it is perceived by our eye. What then is its upper side and what is its lower side? ये है क्या नहीं? सब लोग पृथ्वी के ऊपर सब जगह पर. Does this fellow will ever think that I am standing horizontally? Does this fellow will ever think that I am standing upside down? Wherever one may go on the surface of the earth, everyone thinks that I am standing on the uppermost part of the earth only. And especially we take one example, line of equator. Our India is very close to line of equator. So this person is like Indian, we can say. So in the first class, we discussed that this is the entire universe. In the middle, we have Bhumandala. In the Bhumandala, we have Jambudipa. In the Jambudipa, we have Bharatakanda. With respect to Bharatakanda, the sun will be traveling like this. So there Goswami said in Jambudipa, the divisions are there. Some of them are the eastern side, western side, northern side, southern side, like that he said. But whatever there he said, the Bharata Varsha is in the southern side of the Mount Meru. Uttara Kuru Varsha is the northern side. But actually the true north and true south are different. The true north is perpendicular to the Bhumandala. True south is perpendicular to Bhumandala but downward. Now, for the Bhumandala, the sun is traveling on a horizontal plane. But for our day-to-day experience, we see sun is going up and down. Because we are living on a sphere, spherical earth globe, which is connected to the bigger Bhumandala. And we are in the line of equator. So, we are in the line of equator. Though with respect to the universe, sun is going horizontally, but for a person in India who is standing horizontally at the middle of the earth globe, he sees sun is going above and below him. We see sun is rising in the east, in the afternoon sun is overhead, in the evening sun is setting, in the midnight sun is below our feet. That experience we have because we are at the line of equator. If the same person goes to North Pole, he will definitely see sun is doing parikrama around him. If the person comes to 60 degrees latitude, he will see sun is doing parikrama around him but in an inclined wheel, in an inclined plane. Then 30 degrees, he will see more inclined plane. In Bhumadrekha, he will definitely see going up and down. Our situation is like this, going up and down. This can be possible. The different people have different experience only possible if the sphere is earth is spherical. So in that way, Pratyaksha and Shabda are correlating with each other. Then, as Prabhuji was saying about diameter, you see, the mean diameter of the earth is 12,742. The diameter, the equator diameter, the poles. So this diameter and this diameter, little difference are there, but these are the values. According to Bhagavatam, the whole Bharata Varsha is 9,000 yojanas. Bharata Khanda is 1,000 yojanas, which is 8,000 miles, which is 1,300 kilometers, or approximately. But even this, approximately 8 minutes, approximately 1.0. These are all approximate number. That's why it becomes 12,872. So 12,872 is very closely matching with 12,026. Only small difference, but it's okay. So either उधर चलेगा. Only this. So what scriptures are talking about Bharata Khanda is same as what modern science is talking about the Earth globe. Characteristically, measurements and other things, everything is same. So we are not talking about something utopian idea. Then people say that your Bhagavatam is saying 1,000, but Suddhanta says 1,600. What do you say about it? The understanding is during the times of the writings of the Suddhantas, they may not be having sophisticated equipment to measure and all. For them, that time, if you want to measure diameter, walk on the surface of the earth from one side to other side, whatever distance you cover, that is like approximate diameter. Like a plane circle, you walk from one side to other side, that is diameter, something like that. Even though it is curved, so in sin theta formula, L is equal to r theta, we take the curved arc and the tangent, we take same distance, approximation. So in that way. But in reality, according to geometry mathematics, from here to here is actually half the circumference. Then what is the actual diameter? Actual diameter is equal to times radius is equal to total circumference by pi. If 1600 is half circumference, 200 to 2 times 1600 is full circumference by pi. 101 yojanas. So today we know the pi value. What about those days? How do they know the pi value like that? We want to say. That time they used root 10 instead of pi. Circumference is equal to square root of 10 into d square or root 10 into d. So root 10 is 3.16228. So for then d is equal to c by root 10. So that is 1012 yojanas. So which is 1000, the Puranic number. Both are more or less matching. So like that, there are different means and different methods they were using. Then there is one more verse from the Puranjana section. Saekada Himavato Dakshineshu Tastanushu Dadarsha Navabir Vabir Puram Lakshita Lakshanam. So the Puranjana, who was searching for a suitable city to live in, he was traveling everywhere. But finally, on the southern side of the Himalayas, within Bharata Varsha, he found a city of 9 gates filled with all the good qualities. That is, the city of 9 gates in Bharata Varsha is suitable to fulfill one's material desires, and it is very suitable to go back to Godhead. That indicates the human body in the Bharata Varsha. So in that way. Then another glory of human body in Bharata Varsha from Prahlad Maharaj. Kaumara acharet prajno dharman bhagavata niha durlabam manusham janma tadapi adurtvam atvam. The wise person should practice Bhakti Yoga in one's life from the very youth, from a Kaumara age. Human birth is rare and transient but effective for Bhakti. The understanding is even starting from 1 year onwards, where one can start speaking something, start walking, start doing some basic things, one should practice Bhakti. Bhagavad Dharma consisting of hearing, chanting, and archanam, etc. Having taken birth in the land of Bharata Varsha. So, because Bharata Varsha offer that special privilege, one should utilize it completely. That is the whole intention. And finally, this is like Sankalpa mantra. In South India, even northern part also, I hope, every traditional temple, early in the morning when they open, they chant the Sankalpa mantra. This Sankalpa mantra was made for 14th April 2019, Ramanavami. So we can see same thing. Sri Govinda 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 Asya Sri Bhagavata Mahapurushasya Vishnu Rajnaya Pravartamanasya Adya Brahmana, from the birth of Brahma. With basically, when you are performing a particular ritual, you have to tell that when and where I am performing. For when, starting from the beginning of the day of Brahma, Dvitiya Pararde. Currently we are in the Dvitiya Pararda. The first Pararda, 50 years are over, second 50 years, 51st year, first month is going on. Sri, first month, first day. That day is called Sri Tvara Kalpa. Sri Shweta Varaha Kalpe. And in that one day, there are 7 Manvantras. Vaivashvata Manvantara, we are in the 7th Manvantara, which is known as Vaivashvata. One Manvantara, there are 71 Chaturyugas. We are Ashtavimshatama, we are in the 28th Chaturyuga cycle. So in that Satya Treta Dwapara complete, we are in Kali Yuga. Within Kali Yuga, we are in the first quarter. Kali Yuga, Prathama Pade. These are in terms of time, starting from the birth of Brahma, starting from the beginning of the day of Brahma. So then, okay, starting from the birth of Brahma. Then, place. Chaturdasha Bhuvane. Among the 14 planetary systems, Bhumandale, we are in the Bhuloka. Jambudipa, within Bhuloka, we are Jambudipa. Within Jambudipa, we are in Bharata Varsha. Within Bharata Varsha, we are in Bharata Khanda. And within Bharata Khanda, Meroho Dakshina Parsha. From the Bhumandala point of view, the Meru, there is Meru Parvata. From Bharata Khanda point of view, there are two Merus, Uttara Meru, Dakshina Meru. Uttara Meru means North Pole, Dakshina Meru means South Pole. So within Bharata Khanda, with respect to Uttara Meru, with respect to North Pole, Mumbai is in the southern side. Meroho Dakshina Parshve. Godavari, Dakshina Tire, the nearby river is Godavari. And the nearby mountain is Sayadri Kshetra Samipe. And where exactly you are doing? Mama Svagruhe. Mama Devata Sannidhav. In my home, in front of my household deities, I am doing this ritual. So that is the understanding. This is about the place. So place to clear. Time, it has come up to the first quarter of the Kali Yuga. From there, if you take it forward, so you can see the whole Jambudipa, Bharata Varsha, Bharata Khanda, Uttara Meru, and then India. In India, Bombay and all. Then Asmin Vartamane Vyavharike. So within the current Kali Yuga, Pratama Pada, first quarter, Prabhavadi Cheshti Samvatsarana Madhya. So we are all from Maharashtra, Andhra and all. We know there are 60 years, the local years. They keep changing for every Gudi Padva or Ugadi. The first one was Prabhava. Vikari Nama Samvatsare. So the 2019 year, the year was Vikari Nama Samvatsara. And Ramanavami comes in the Uttarayana. January to July is Uttarayana. So it is Uttarayana. Vasant Rutau. The season was spring season. Dakshina, the Chandramane, Chitra Rash, Chitra Mase. According to Chandramana, the Rashi will be Chaitra Masa. And according to Suryamana, the sun will be traveling from Meena Rashi to Mesha Rashi. In the morning he was in Meena Rashi, in the afternoon he will enter into Mesha Rashi. Then Shukla Paksha. So in that Chaitra Masa, the time was in Shukla Paksha, bright fortnight. So Chaitra is from 6th April to 4th May. We are talking about 14th April. So Mesha will be 14th April to 14th May. And the 14th April we are taking the afternoon entering into Mesha. So in that way. And then Navami Shubhadito, it is Ramanavami. So Navami obviously. Ravivasara, it was Sunday. Pushya Ashlesh Nakshatra. The moon was in Pushya Nakshatra in the morning. Afternoon at 1:17 entering into Ashlesh Nakshatra. And then Revati and Ashwini. Sun was in Revati Nakshatra in the morning, entering into Ashwini Nakshatra in the afternoon 2:25. So Pushya or Ashlesha Nakshatra Yuktayam. Sri Vishnu Yoga, Sri Vishnu Karana. Evam Guna Vishishtana Asyam Navamyam Shubhatau Sri Bhagavat Ajnaya Sri Bhagavat Kaikari Rupam. It is order of the Lord. It is as a service to Supreme Lord. It is being done. So like this. For any samskara, we have to complete this Sankalpa mantra. So the Devatas will record, okay, at so and so place, at so and so time, you have performed so and so Vedic activity. So that was the whole thing. So till now, in one sense, we have briefly studied how Prevrata divided the entire Bhumandala into 7 dvipas by creating 7 oceans. Here you can see concentric dvipas and concentric oceans. Among them, we studied Jambudvipa in detail. Within Jambudvipa, there are 9 mountains dividing the Jambudvipa into 9 Varshas. The 9 Varshas are there. We especially studied Ilavrta Varsha and Bharata Varsha. We also studied the 9 townships above Mount Meru, the descent of Ganga also. And within Bharata Varsha, there are 9 Khandas. The 9th Khanda is Bharata Khanda. That Bharata Khanda is our earth globe. So this is the picture of the entire Bhagavatam. According to Bhagavatam, we kind of deduced this kind of pictorial representation of the descriptions given in the Bhagavatam. This is our understanding. Like this in the past, many acharyas have also conceived their understanding. And they have presented the upper earth part of the earth globe is Jambudvipa. The lower part of the earth globe is all remaining dvipas, remaining oceans, belt type and all. It is like that is presented. And here this is like Harivarsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, Bharata Varsha, Ganga flow and all these holy places and all they put. And some people said, oh, entirely is flat. There is nothing spherical. And some people drew the picture like this. There are 7 continents on the earth globe. They compare, they equate with the 7 continents of the Bhumandala. And this is Jambudvipa. They put Jambudvipa here, Bharata Varsha, they consider to be Bharata, India. The Himalayas here are compared to the greater Himalayas and etc. etc. This is Laurta Varsha, like that, like that. So this is the most popular assumption. And some people say how it is simultaneously spherical and flat also. If you want flat, it will become flat. If you want sphere, it will become sphere. Like that some people say. And other people say, no, no, Baba. So in Jambudvipa, there are 9 khandas, like that Bhagavatam and Vishnu says. These 9 khandas are corresponding to the different khandas on the earth globe. The whole Bharata Varsha is the earth globe. And anyway, we already have 7 continents and Greenland is there and few other things if you put, the 9 khandas are there. The whole Bharata Varsha is represented as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, as like that. Some people use this one. Whole Bharata Varsha is earth globe. This is also most popular. This one, the 7 continents of the earth globe are 7 dvipas of the Bhumandala. This is the most popular. The second most popular is this one. The 9 khandas of the Bharata Varsha is the 9 different continents on the earth globe. This is the second most popular. And recently in the West, there is a theory called as flat earth theory. They say NASA is cheating all of us, the earth is spherical and all, that is not bogus. Earth is simply flat and sun is not at a distance of one astronomical unit, is very nearby only, moon is nearby. They are doing, they are trying to find the proofs for this. So this is how they say. This is the earth globe. Looks like this. The outside the boundary, there is an ice wall. This ice wall is nothing but Antarctic region, which they say Antarctica is the bottom side. No, it is actually on the outer edge. There is a big wall, ice wall. If you cross the ice wall, you will enter into the 7th heaven. So like that, the West people say. So like this, these are different ways of assumptions of the same text. Their understanding, they present it like this. So like this. Any questions until now?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
What is the correct version you said about this Antarctica? It is bordering, the ice mountains are bordering that. So if we assume spherical also, how to visualize, I mean, how to understand that? If the Bhumandala is spherical or the globe in a globe nature. So Antarctica will be like which way then?
So if the earth you consider spherical, Antarctica will be at the south pole. Surrounding south pole is the Antarctica region.
Okay. But there is no correct version of, I mean, what is the right version of this whole thing, is it?
Yeah, you have to examine. There is something left for you also.
Prabhuji, it is beyond our small brain understanding. It's beyond us.
Then follow someone.
No, as per Bhagavatam, what is the real thing? I'm asking that.
See, that's what, as per Bhagavatam, our understanding we presented. Like that, some other devotees might have a different understanding of Bhagavatam also. So this is our understanding. The whole Bhumandala is flat. Within that, Jambudvipa is also flat. Within Jambudvipa, the Bharata Khanda is spherical. This is our understanding as of now.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji, I have question. If nobody has that. सॉरी प्रभु जी
No,
टॉपिक
no.
थोड़ा ऐसा ही है
Ask,
तो
ask.
प्रभु जी just nowadays there are many satellites where they are circling this Earth planet. So
Okay.
this actually when suppose you take this half of this hemisphere,
Hmm.
but you see the two borders of this Bharat Khanda are separated with the water. So how can, if you take one hemisphere, then if this satellite will be moving, then there is no obstruction. But in another plane, we can have 90 degree if they are from previous plane, then it might be there is some sea to go inside another way. So how we can understand this thing?
No, you should take it as a full circle, full sphere, not half hemisphere.
So if they are considering a full
Sphere.
sphere, then there is some demarcation by the different we can say sea. So how can this sea part we can neglect
Where is the sea?
because they have partitioned with all these 9 Varsha.
Yes, that 9 not Varshas, 9 Dvipas. These are
Khanda.
the Varshas.
Yeah.
They are partitioned by mountain. These are the
Janya, this the
Dvipas which are
Bharat Varsha.
partitioned by
Bharat Varsha,
the
there are 9 division.
ocean. Ah.
So for one, there is some division.
Ah.
So these are also separated by some rivers.
Wow, the same saltwater ocean surrounding it comes inside, which
Hmm.
divide this entire thing into 9 divisions.
Yeah. So this suppose one Bharat Varsha, one Khanda of this Khanda of Bharat Varsha is separated with another Khanda.
By
So
ocean.
so suppose you taking this is a Earth where the red mark you are showing. So if the satellite is moving, suppose in horizontally moving, then we can see okay there is a some upper there is a no obstruction. But if you taking vertically, so there may be because in another part there is some obstruction will there. Then how can you go inside? Then it will be very difficult to correlate with the Vedic science and this now this modern science.
Please come up with some proofs. Whether they have sent any satellite upside down, whether they have found any obstruction.
No, they have not found. So that is why I'm asking. So then how this there is a some we are saying ki, there is a some partition in there. So how this partition and there is no
Uske liye
obstruction.
you need to wait for 1 or 2 classes.
Okay,
There
thank
is
you.
one class we will discuss why, in spite of so many things are described in the Puranas, we are not able to see today. There is a whole presentation dedicated for that. Why we are not able to see many things like where is the Mount Meru, where are the other Varshas, where are the great Himalayas? Why are we not able to see? There is a big presentation about that. That will give you some understanding. Right now, I don't want to tell all those things.
Yeah, sure, Raj.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a query.
Little louder, Mataji.
Yes. Prabhuji, sorry, but I think you have already explained, but I didn't understand where exactly the various other lokas are placed. I'm confused.
Other lokas? No, for the time being, please hold on. We are only discussing the upper surface of the Bhumandala, where just now some picture came, na? Yeah, one second.
The
There
one
one
with the
slide,
lotus.
lotus thing. Yeah, here only. Yeah. So this is the Bhumandala. The upper surface is the Bhumandala. In the intermediate sky, these are all Bhuvarloka and Sargaloka. From here to here till the top, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka are there. These other lokas are there in the upper side, upper part of the sky. So for the time being, we are only focusing on the horizontal Bhumandala plane. So like that.
Okay, so that stem is that Sumeru mountain, only?
Not completely. Sumeru only small height. The stem total height is very big. Usme small portion is Sumeru.
Okay, but then like how Vargaloka and all are above that or below, like on the top we said that Amravati and all those places are there. So
See, wait. You need to wait because right now we just began our discussion. So, dhire dhire we will discuss. Everything will come, and once everything will come, everything will make sense. So, for now, we will focus on Bhumandala. Once it is done, then we will enter into the other lokas, the discussion about other lokas. Then the whole thing becomes clear. See, even the modern science also have been spending so many centuries. So we also need to give some time. Thoda dhire dhire, step by step. Let
Yes,
us put everything together.
thank you. Prabhuji.
Other devotees. Is it okay? Everyone is able to follow. Please ask questions. If unless you don't ask questions, I will not understand whether you are able to understand or not able to follow or not.
Yes, Prabhuji, we are
So, and
understanding.
one more thing.
Yeah.
When I am discussing, they seem to be okay, but after some time you may forget completely. See, there is certain kind of imagination is also required. Even though I put some pictures, the pictures to some extent are explanatory. To some extent, if you don't follow the way I am thinking, you cannot follow the link. I may imagine some way, you may imagine some other way, then you go in a different direction only. So in that way, like Prabhuji is asking this, how that. Even this other things also, how this earth globe is connected to the Jambudipa at the bottom. That will come in the next presentation. So till then we may have to wait a little bit. Then it makes sense. But however, the many times, how can a spherical ball on top of a flat surface? That is also a big question. Many times devotees ask that question. So how, why we don't know. Somehow it is there. So that's what we discuss. So one answer we give that it's Lord's desire. So when we say Lord's desire, we don't have any question further. So somebody may say, why Lord desire like that and all. Some devotees asked. Then I said, Middle East, the people constructed the weird buildings. Some buildings are inclined like this, 45 degrees inclination they construct, this, that. They try to do so many weird constructions. So if a human being can think like weird constructions, Lord also can think some weird construction like this also. So, I mean, we don't question Lord's intentions, that's why it stops there only. But otherwise also, yes, questioning is not wrong. And we are not questioning Lord's creation, but we are trying to understand through our questions why and how. So that comes only when we question. There is a multiple possibilities, then we chose one possibility. So in that way. As one Mataji was asking that, which is the right one? Yes, it's normal. We are generally expect that everything is to be given spoon feeding. That is natural. So today I may say whatever I am saying is right. So I may think that for me, what I'm saying is right. There is no doubt in that. But I cannot tell everyone that I am only right. Others are wrong. No. In their times, they presented like that. They have convinced the people. People also accepted it, and it went on. And today there is a different way of presenting, and tomorrow there will be a different way also. We don't know. As things are evolving, we may have to be open to accept. So there are few things unless until Shastra says directly that this is the way this is. So then there is no further discussion. When we are trying to explain the meaning of Shastra according to our understanding, so there is a scope for improvement also. We cannot say this is this, that's all. So because this requires a lot of supporting statements, supporting evidences, supporting logic, etc., etc., etc. So that we need to consider. And what we are discussing now, whatever pictures I am showing today, I will change all these pictures a little bit in one of the future presentation. Because referring to some other Shastra, the whole understanding will be a little bit modified. Not so much, but little modified. It becomes a little improved understanding also. There is not much difference, but there is some difference. So like that, we should be open to accept those differences of understanding. So even though this understanding, this knowledge is very simple, but since we have not, we don't discuss this regularly, so this seems to be completely new and little complicated to understand. But if it is discussed every now and then it won't be like that. Like Krishna Katha, every Janmashtami we hear about Lord Krishna's appearance for 10-15 days here and there, front and back. So Krishna Katha becomes like more familiar to us because we have been hearing every year. We will be reading, we'll be watching, etc. etc. But for this, we neither hear nor discuss nor watch. So this entire topic becomes like a new topic for us. So that is the reason. And modern science, we were forcefully made to study in our school books. Since third class, there is a lot of geography and all is there in the modern science, modern textbooks. So we are forced to study for many years, not 1 year. Third se shuru karke 10th tak. Many years we have been reading that. That is 1/4 of the social studies is all about geography only. So how many years? Some almost 8 years into 3 months. At least 3 months we study geography completely. So that much time we have devoted. Even afterwards also some people on their own, they may read newspaper, they may read from the news, Google. So what's happening in terms of geography and other things and all. So there is a lot of time we devoted to it and we have kind of understood in that paradigm and that has been ingrained in our thought process. So same way, the Bhagavatam study also, when we give some time, we do homework, when it becomes an integral part of our understanding, then this becomes a known topic. It won't remain as a new topic. That way we have to take it forward.
Prabhu, I have one question, please, Prabhu.
Please.
Prabhuji, all other stars, like all other planetaries are like Buddha, Guru, Saturn, and all these are on the same level of where the Earth is.
They will be little above. If this is the Bhumandala, just above the Bhumandala, this intermediate space is all sky. In the sky, we see all the planets and stars that we see in the night time. They are all located in this Bhuvarloka and Sargaloka region, just above the Bhumandala in the sky.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Fine. We'll move on. Are you feeling too much? Because we have extended the class to 3 hours until 2 o'clock. Do we need to have some small break or we can continue?
Prabhu, but it appears to be between Sun and our Earth. So, because
Sun will be somewhere here. Sun will be traveling as in this picture. Sun will be traveling here. See, these pictures are all indicative. These are not exactly to the scale. So the stars will be here also and above also. Because it is a 3D space, na? The stars can be towards east and west, star can be towards north and south also. All over stars are there. So in that way. So
I am
stars.
talking about our whatever we have learned in the schools. That's it is our universe. I mean that 8 planets, 8 or 9 planets coming in between the sun and
some of them are between sun and earth, some of them are outside sun also, some of them are far, that Mars, Jupiter, Saturn are very far away from sun also. See, abhi ruko, it is not like sun is only here, sun also goes up and down, it goes to Uttara and Dakshina also. It is like little complex thing. That's what I'm saying na. If I start introducing all those things right now, you already, for you it might be appearing overhead. It will go overhead. So dhire we'll discuss about all the other things also. Yes, right now I showed sun here. So for you may think that they should be here only. But the same sun will go here also. Sun will be here on Makara Sankranti, sun will be here on Karka Sankranti. So when Karka Sankranti sun is here, other planets will be here. So they will be between earth and sun. So like that.
Okay. confusing little. Thank you.
It will be little confusing only because this is the first time you are hearing. That's why. Okay. So no problem. We'll go ahead. Few more slides are there. We'll discuss them today from chapter 20, where it talks about the remaining part of the Bhumandala. So till now, we have discussed in the Bhumandala about 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans. So Bhumandala is much bigger than this. These 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans occupy only 10% of the area of the Bhumandala. Because Bhagavatam says, there was one verse. Where is that verse? यहाँ पे नहीं दिखा है. Okay. Oh, that will come much later. So now, till now we have only discussed among the 7 Dvipas, only Jambu Dvipa we discussed. So what about the other 6 Dvipas? So those 6 Dvipas we need to discuss. The Plakshva Dvipa, Salmala Dvipa, Kusha Dvipa, Shaka Dvipa, Pushkar Dvipa, etc. Dvipas are there. We will discuss about them. So in quick summary, Jambu Dvipa, there are 9 mountains, 9 Varshas and 4 rivers. Ganga goes in 4 directions. Similarly, second to 6th Dvipa, there are 7 mountains, 7 Varshas and 7 rivers. In 7th Dvipa, that is Pushkar Dvipa, there is only 1 mountain which divides this entire Dvipa into 2 Varshas, and there are 2 rivers providing everything they need in that area. And these divisions, the 9 Varshas, 7, 2 Varshas, they are named after the names of their sons, just like Agnidra named the 9 Varshas, the names of their sons. Nabhi Varsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, Hari Varsha, like that. In other Dvipas also they named with the names of their sons. And all the places, their homes are very beautifully decorated with hermitages and other things, etc. And enormous lakes with flowers and birds are there. Everything is greenery. Nice atmosphere. Just by touching or bathing in these beautiful lakes and rivers, the people are immediately purified. And everywhere 4 category of people are residing, even though they don't have to do the 4 category of duties. Brahmanika, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra duties may not be required so much, but still there is a categorization among the people. And then, just like in Jambudipa in 9 Varshas, they were worshipping the Lord in his 9 different forms. Somewhere Lord Hayagriva, Kurma, Matsya, Varaha, Narasimha, Rama, Naranarayana, etc. etc. Here in this 7th Dvipa, the 6 Dvipas, they worship the Lord in his representative form. Some people are worshipping the Lord as sun. Some people worshipping the moon as the representative of the Lord. Agni, Vayu, Varuna, Brahma. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. These are the way they worship the Lord in his representative form. They are not doing Devata worship, certainly. Because just like even today also we can see, every Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, there is a worship of Sripad Ramanujacharya. In Madhva Sampradaya, there is a worship of Sripad Madhvacharya. In Gaudiya Vaishnavism, there is worship of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. In the ISKCON, we have daily worship of Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya. We treat them as Sakshad Haritvena Samasya Shastra. Sakshad Hari. Same way, in these particular Dvipas, they worship one of the Lord's representative. Whom they see, the Lord's representative, they have been sent by the Lord. They become their Acharya. So, in that way, they practice Bhakti. And just like in Bhaumasvarga, that other 8 verses of the Jambudvipa, the people live for 10,000 years. Here also 10,000 years they live in all the Varshas. Bhagavatam says they live for thousands of years. So, thousands can be 2,000, 3,000, but approximately we can take 10,000. And their forms are as beautiful as the Devatas. They produce children just like the Devatas. Only in their last year of their lifespan they produce children. And longevity, sensory prowess, physical and mental strength, intelligence and bravery are equally present for everyone for the entire life. But in our case, the people around us, one person is intelligent, other person may not be so much intelligent, one person is strong, other person is weak. We have a lot of disparity. But in these places, everyone is endowed with all the qualities completely, fully. So in that way. And here in all these dvipas, the people do remember that all these wonderful opulence are given by the Lord. They are meant to serve the Lord, and we are meant to enjoy the Lord's Mahaprasad. So something like that understanding is very ingrained, very much ingrained in their understanding. So now quickly let us see the summary of each and every dvipa. Jambudipa we have already seen. Jambudipa gets its name by the presence of a jambu tree. Its dimensions are there very huge. There are 9 mountains which divide the Jambudipa into 9 Varshas, 4 category of people. Among the 9 Varshas, Bharata Varsha is Karmak Bhumi. Other 8 Varshas are Bhaumasvarga. In Bharata Varsha, by performing Bhakti, one can attain Vaikuntha easily. Our lifespan varies according to the Yuga. In other 8 Varshas, everyone has 10,000 years lifespan and they experience happiness that of Treta Yuga. And they worship the Lord in 9 different forms in 9 different Varshas. And surrounded by an ocean of salt water. This entire Jambudipa is surrounded by salt water ocean. Somebody may have a question, why salt water ocean? Why not something else? There is no Shastric evidence, but one simple understanding. In Jambudipa, especially in Bharata Varsha, the survival of the people of Bharata Varsha residents primarily depends upon, not primarily, of course, many other things, but one of the most important thing is salt. Our day-to-day prasadam consumption is all made with salt. Without salt, we cannot survive for long. So, because the Bharata Varsha residents need salt for their survival, there the salt is provided through saltwater ocean. So, like that, this is only a guesswork. There is no Shastric reference, but we can just give a good correlation. Next, surrounding the saltwater ocean is the second dvipa. Its name is Plakshadvipa. Plakshadvipa gets its name by the presence of a plaksha tree. It is shining like gold because there is a small fire at the base of the tree which brighten the entire tree like that. The lamps, the festivals we put a lot of lamps as a result of the tree becomes shining and all home becomes shining. Same thing. Its dimensions are same as that of our Jambu tree. Here also there are 7 mountains, 7 varshas, 7 rivers, 4 kinds of people. They live for thousands of years. One interesting phenomena is just like in Iravata Varsha, from banyan tree, 100 streams are coming, they are providing all 100 substances that are required for the people's survival. Same way, these 7 rivers provide different substances in their different streams required for the people who are residing in that local area. So they don't have to work hard to get monthly salary and then they don't have to go to market, purchase all the things required. Everything is available in the form of water streams, river streams. That's why all these places are known as Bhauma Swargas. Here, the people are expert in performing Karma Yoga, Traya Vidyaya. That means the Vedas of 3 modes teach Karma Yoga. That Karma Yoga the people follow and they worship Surya as the representative of the Supreme Lord. Surya is also considered as universal Guru. So Hanumanji accepted Surya as his Guru. So in that way. And while worshipping the sun god, they offer this prayer. Pratnasya Vishnu Rupam Yat Satyasya Ritasya Brahmanaha Amrutasya cha Murtoscha Surya Matmana Mimahiti. We surrender to the Surya, who is the form of Vishnu, who is Surya Narayana, Vishnu Rupam, the oldest person, who is the present deity of the executed Dharma, present deity of knowledge about Dharma, present deity of the Vedas, and present deity of the good and bad results. So whatever we talk about Lord Vishnu, everything is attributed to Surya. Because Surya is an empowered incarnation. Surya is Shakti Aveshavatar. Surya is Surya Narayana. So they are worshipping Lord's qualities seen in Surya. So that's why they are not doing at all Devata worship. They are doing actually absolute truth worship. And this entire Pakshadvipa is surrounded by sugarcane juice ocean, Ikshu Rasoda or Ikshu Sagara. Sugarcane juice ocean, why? Maybe since they are part of Karma Yoga, they have to worship Sun God. In order to worship Sun God, they may have to perform lot of Naivedya. that Naivedya might have to consist of lot of sugar items, sweet items. So there is sugarcane juice abundantly to facilitate their preparation of the sugar or jaggery, so that they can prepare a lot of offerings to sun god. That could be one of the reason. The third one is Shalmali Dvipa. Shalmali Dvipa gets its name by the presence of the Shalmali tree, whose dimensions are same as Jambu tree. Whenever Garuda comes to Bhumandala, he resides on top of this tree. This becomes the residence of Garuda. Sorry. Here also 7 mountains, 7 Varshas, 7 rivers, 4 category of people live for 10,000 years. These people are expert in Varnashtama Dharma. And by that Varnashtama Dharma, they worship the moon god. They say, Swagobi Pitru Devebhyo Vibhajan Krishna Shuklayo Prajanam Sarvasham Raja Nabha Somo Nastu Iti. So here they say that just like by your waning and waxing phases you are feeding the devatas, please maintain us. We are your ardent devotees and followers. Please maintain us. This is their serious request. In Vayu Purana, there is a nice story that comes, says that during the summer, the entire water bodies are drying up. All the water is evaporating. In school text, we may study that all the water is evaporated and becomes clouds. But according to Vayu Purana, it says that before becoming clouds, the evaporated water directly goes to the moon. In the moon, there is a moon god and Pitru Devatas are residing. All the Pitru Devatas under the direction of the moon, they churn the evaporated water. They take out the essence. Just like when we churn yogurt, we take out the butter. Same way, that special essence that they extracted from the churned evaporated water is Somarasa. They start this churning process the day after Amavasya immediately. Shukla Pratipad. Shukla Paksha Pratipad. The first day, whatever they churned, that they gave it on the surface of the moon. That's why just after Amavasya on the first day, we see only small arc of the moon. Whatever white, bright portion of the moon that we see, that is nothing but Somarasa, which they churned on the first day. The remaining water after churning will come down and form clouds, and they wait till rainy season to downpour the rain. So like that, day after day, they keep on churning. They accumulate. For 15 days, the entire surface of the moon is filled with Somarasa. Now, Chappan Bhog is prepared. They offer their Somarasa to Supreme Lord Krishna or Vishnu. Then they began to invite all the Devatas for lunch. The Somarasa is the lunch of the Devatas. So since the moon planet is very small, it cannot accommodate many people. So Devatas will come in small groups. One group will come and eat and go away. Other group will come eat and go away. Like the day in, day out during Krishna Paksha, starting from Krishna Pratipad, the guests are fed. As they were eating, the Somarasa is gradually reducing. That's why starting from the day after Paurnami onwards, the amount of the moon seen by us is gradually reducing. For 14.5 days, the Devatas are fed. On the Amavasya day, after second half, during the second half, after all the Devatas are fed, whatever Somarasa remaining, that will be eaten or accepted by the Pitru Devatas. So their time of lunch is mainly on Amavasya. That's why whenever we go to some holy place and holy Tirtha, if it happens to be Amavasya, one should offer Pitru Tarpana, so that the Pitru Devatas will get whatever Tarpana we are offering, because that is their lunch time. They will have both together. So in that way. So since the Soma is filled with Somarasa and all, since these people are worshipping Soma and requesting maintain, from Somarasa is directly feeding the Devatas. All the Devatas and higher beings are all directly eating Somarasa. Even we are also fed by Somarasa only. The moon rays which are coming from the moon to earth, the cooling moon rays, they actually bring forth Somarasa along with the rays. When the rays are coming down, they'll bring Somarasa also. That Somarasa enters into our plants and grasses, vegetables, fruits and flowers, and they transform into green grasses They transform into fruits, flowers, grains, lentils. They also transform into honey in the flowers. So like that, all these things that we eat day in, day out is nothing but the transformation of Somarasa. Though Srila Prabhupada says liquor ocean and all, but it is Somasagara. It is not liquor ocean. Suroda, Surasagara. That Suroda, which is there in the moon planet, is also awarded to the residents of Shalmali Dvipa. Because they are the worshippers of the moon god out of compassion, he has given an ocean of Somarasa. So these people also can drink Somarasa regularly. So like that. Then surrounding the Somarasa ocean is Kushadvipa. Kushadvipa gets its name by the presence of a Kusha grass, which is green, but on the tips there are tender shoots which provide light all over. So in that way. There are 7 mountains, 7 Varshas, 7 rivers, and 4 category of people, 10,000 of years they are living. By expertise in Vedic sacrifices, yajna, they worship the Agni. So their sadhana is performance of yajna. And they offer this prayer. Parasya Brahmana Sakshat Jata Vedosi Habhyavat Devanam Purushanganam Yajnena Purusham Yajeti. So, when they perform yajna, they chant this mantra. Idam Indraya Swaha Idam Noma. Though mantra says this oblation is for Indra, but these people say that, oh Agni, even though we may utter the name of Indra, but don't take it to Indra. First take to Supreme Lord, feed him, and then offer Mahaprasad to Indra. Because when we say Idam Indraya Swaha, it means this is to the hands of Indra. When we say Idam Surya Namaha, that means it is to the eyes of the Supreme Lord. That way we have to understand. So like that they indicate. So this entire Kusha Dvipa is surrounded by ghee ocean, Grutoda. One interesting connection you see, for the performance of yajna, there are 2 things are very much required. One is Kusha grass mat, second one is ghee. Abundant ghee is required. And normally once you use Kusha grass mat, you should not reuse, just like matka. One Jagannath Puri, when they use matka, they'll break and throw it into the earth. They don't reuse. Even the past also, things used to happen like that, even in our household. So that may not be so practical for us, but that is the understanding. So same way, the Kusha grass mats, once you use for one yajna, you should leave it discarded. You should not use it again and again. Nowadays we may use again and again, but this is the custom there. That's why because they need a lot of Kusha grass mats, there's a lot of Kusha grass. So in that way. Then this ghee ocean is surrounded by Krauncha Deepa. Krauncha Deepa gets its name by the presence of a Krauncha mountain. There is a nice story comes in Vishnu Purana that once Agastya Rishi was traveling in this Krauncha Deepa area along with his wife. That time it may be known with a different name, but he was traveling. There was a demon, his name is Krauncha, who was living in that area, who just awoke by the discussion of Gautama Rishi and his wife. So he wanted to play pranks with Gautama Rishi and his wife. So he created disturbances, natural disturbances. For a moment, Agastya's wife became disturbed and she pleaded to her husband, please save me, please save me. Then Agastya Rishi understood what's happening, why this fellow is playing pranks with them. Then Agastya Rishi cursed, hey, you fool, you are playing pranks with us, you are acting like a dull stone, may you become stone. So he became a stone. But before that he came and begged forgiveness, he requested, please forgive me for my offense. But what is the remedy? He said later on, when Kartikeya, while fighting with Tarakasura, being hit by his Shula, he will be delivered. Okay. Then finally Tarakasura was troubling everyone. He had a blessing that only by the son of Lord Shiva and Sati I can be killed. Like that he got blessing from Brahma. So he thought Sati died, she will not come back again. But Sati came back again as Parvati Devi, and Parvati married Lord Shiva. They had a child, Kartikeya. That Kartikeya had fighting with this person here only, Tarakasura, in this particular land. So at one point of time, while fight was going on, Kartikeya released his Shula. That Shula hit the mountain. As a result of that, the Rakshasa got delivered, but the whole mountain area got fire. The local people, unable to tolerate the heat, they began to pray to Lord Vishnu. Then Lord Vishnu created a milk ocean nearby. So, but in any case, since Krauncha became mountain here, this entire land became Krauncha Dvipa. Since Lord produced a milk ocean which extinguished the entire fire, cooled the entire area, since that day, the milk ocean became their deity. The deity of milk ocean, Lord Varuna, whom they worship regularly by offering Argya, morning, afternoon, evening. While offering Argya, they offer this prayer. O Varuna, your abilities have been given to you by the Lord. You are the purifier of the three worlds. Purify the bodies of us who touch you, since you are the destroyer of the sins by your presence. So just like water purifies us when we take bath, internally and externally also, same that potency is given by the Supreme Lord. They are saying that anyway you are endowed with the Lord's potency. We regularly come to you, morning, afternoon, evening. We take bath, we perform Achman, we perform Sandhya Vandan and all. Please purify us. So like that they are praying. And this entire Krauncha Dvipa is surrounded by Shiro, the milk ocean. The milk ocean created by Lord Vishnu only. And this is the milk ocean in which the churning of the milk ocean, Samudra Manthan, took place. It is here they churned out the nectar. Then there is Shaka Dvipa. Surrounding the milk ocean is Shaka Dvipa. Get the name by the presence of Shakar. And there are 7 mountains, 7 rivers, 7 Varshas, 4 category people, 10,000 years. By the practice of mystic yoga, they worship the Lord in the trance by meditation on the Vayu. So they practice Ashtanga yoga, by which they worship Vayu Deva. Because yoga means controlling of the breath. So for them, the breath is the Lord. So may the Antaryami, the Supreme Lord who enters within and directly maintains the living beings by the functions of the pranas, under whose control the universe is created, please protect us. So both prana and Antaryami are inside the body. So both of them are maintaining us. Let both of them are spiritually nourish us, protect us. Like that, they are praying. And this Shaka Dvipa is surrounded by yogurt ocean, ocean of Dahi. And that Dahi ocean is surrounded by Pushkar Dvipa, 7th one. Here, this Pushkar Dvipa gets its name by the presence of a lotus flower consisting of 100 million pure golden petals. It has effulgent at the fire. Whenever Lord Brahma comes down, he uses this lotus flower as a sitting place or his home, etc. Here there is only one mountain which is known as Mansutra mountain, which divides the entire Dvipa into 2 Varshas. And there are 4 category of people are there. And they worship Lord Brahma as by religious activities. And they pray, Yattat karmamayam lingam brahmalingam janurchayet ekantam advayam shantam tasmai bhagavate namayiti. Here they are worshipping Lord Brahma. They say, we offer respects to the Supreme Lord, whom people with the idea of servant and object of service. So, just like Balramji is glorified as Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead, same way Brahma can also be glorified Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead, because he is also Gunavatara, who is attained by karma, who is fixed in devotion to the Lord, who is non-different from the Lord, who is peaceful, and by whom the Vedas are known. So these are the different attributes of Lord Brahma. And then this entire Pushkar Dvipa is surrounded by sweet drinking water ocean, Shuddhoda.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, this Manastrotra, this mountain, this is same place where the Bhima went to bring this 100 petals golden flower.
No. Bhima went to our greater Himalayas only.
Achha, greater where this
There only.
the Kubera place.
Yes, there only. Next to Badrikashram.
Okay.
So since there is only one mountain here, and sun will be traveling just above this mountain has become special. So that's why it is described. This mountain is situated in the middle of the Pushkara Dvipa. Its breadth and height are 10,000 yojanas, as you see in the picture. It is 15.75 million yojanas from the center of and its radius is about 15.75 million yojanas from the center of Mount Meru. And 4 directions on top of this mountain, there are 4 nice elephants which were produced by, there are 4 nice cities which were dedicated to Indra, Yama, Varuna and Soma. East Indra, South Yama, West Varuna, and again and sun god travels on his own chariot just above this mountain in a circle known as Samvatsara. So, because sun is traveling just above this mountain assumed or attained a special glory because of sun. So that is the understanding.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji, can we take questions after these pictures? So whatever we discussed till now, the pictures will be shown so that it becomes more clear. Then we'll take questions. No problem. Just 2 minutes. So this is the Bhumandala with all the 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans. Here is Pushkar Dvipa. Exactly in the middle of Pushkar Dvipa, there is Manasutra mountain, which is dividing this entire Dvipa, which is one into 2 Varshas. 1 Varsha upper side, 1 Varsha lower side. Similarly, there are 7 mountains in the intermediate Dvipas. They are dividing them into 7 Varshas. Here is Pushkara, lotus flower, Brahma's residence. Here is Shaka tree, Prauncha mountain. The 2 rivers coming from this mountain, providing whatever they need in their respective areas. In the intermediate Dvipas, from every mountain there comes a river, and every river has hundreds of streams, and every stream has a different substance that is required for them. So in this way, the corresponding people get whatever they want from these rivers. Here is the sun's orbit. As you go inside, here is a summary slide. The 7 Dvipas, 7 surrounding oceans, the Dvipa dimensions, ocean dimensions, and the cumulative dimensions. And these Dvipas are given to 7 sons of Priyavrata, and those 7 sons give them in turn to their respective sons 9, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 2, etc. These are the personality whom they worship. They are the worship. These are the special significance of the each land. So in that way, the outer radius of the Shaka Dvipa is 12.55. Then Pushkara Dvipa will be 6.4. Manasutra will be in the middle of Pushkar Dvipa. Middle means 6.4 by 2. So 12.55 plus 3.2. 12.55 plus 6.4 by 2. If we add that, it comes to 15.75. That is the distance to Pushkar Dvipa. So, these are the pictures, all the divisions and subdivisions. Okay. So it is like this. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. In Mount Meru also there is Amravati, which is Indra's residence. And here also in Pushkar, Varsha also in the mountains there is Indra's residence.
Yes. See, these are all townships. These are all like guest houses. Their actual residence is in Swargaloka only, but they have their residences at different places in the entire universe. Whenever they come, they live in their own bungalow. They don't have to search for accommodation here and there. So like
Okay. Okay. Yes, got it.
Prabhuji, one query.
Ah.
Prabhuji, these are the, like, as you mentioned, these 7 dvipas are given to the sons of Priyavrat Maharaj.
Yes, these
So,
are the 7 sons.
Agnidra was the first eldest son, na?
Eldest.
So he's getting the smallest part. Is it like that? And the other ones are getting the largest dvipa.
Apparently, as you go outward, Pushkar Deepa is very big. That is true. Area wise, that may be bigger, but just a simple example, Bombay. What will be the land cost in Andheri area? What will be the land cost Nala Sopara, Kalyan, Diva area? What will be the land cost between the forest and mountains between the Bombay Pune area?
Okay.
In Andheri,
Important.
1000 square feet land is equal to maybe 5000 or 10,000 square feet in Kalyan area. The same money you may get 10 acres of land in the Bombay Pune mountain area. So like that.
But probably facility wise, the Pushkar Deep area is more facilitated.
Facility means?
There is a lot of trees where just like a Kalpa Vriksha, all these planet.
Everywhere there trees are there. Who said only Pushkar Deep a lot of trees are there?
No, Pushkar Deep and other inside the whatever they're there.
Everywhere trees are there. Everywhere the things are there. They are there. No problem. See, assume that here lot of land is there, but lot of land is all forest, all mountains. So they are not. They are there. That's all.
Prabhuji, in this Pushkar Dvipa, the lotus seat for Lord Brahma, for the sake of worship, or Lord Brahma stays there?
No. There is a, see, why a place gets its name? Because there is something special in that area. Based on that special thing, the entire area gets the name. So there was a Jambu tree within Jambu Deepa. That's why the whole area became known as Jambu Deepa. Same way, there is a huge lotus flower is there in this area. As a result of that, this whole area became known as Pushkar Deepa. So like that. Since there is a Pushkar Deepa, so Brahma likes to stay in Pushkar Deepa. So he made his residence guest house in Pushkar Deepa and in this Pushkara lotus flower. So like that. That could be one of the reason that only in Pushkar we worship Lord Brahma, nowhere else. Other than Pushkar, nowhere else Brahma's deities are worshipped. So in that way. Approach.
Those other depots are same Chaturanga cycle or only Jambu?
No, not even Jambu Deepa. Only Bharata Varsha has Chaturyuga cycle. Rest all only Treta Yuga.
Okay.
The remaining Bhumandala is only Treta Yuga.
All depots are all one after another in cycle में?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, the Shalmali tree, Plaksha tree, Jambu tree are trees like our Bharat Khanda only, or they are transcendental or something?
No, they are all heavenly.
Different.
They are all Bhauma Swarga. They are all part of Bhauma Swarga.
Okay.
We have seen the difference, na? This one river has hundreds of streams and every stream provides whatever they need. In Bharata Varsha, we have to work hard for our day-to-day survival. Here, everything is naturally available. They don't have to go to office. They don't have to work hard. They don't have to travel by local trains. This is Swarga Bhumi. Everything
And
is
Prabhuji,
naturally.
what in oblations, what we offer in the sacrifice, they go there for the devatas. They go to Swarga Loka devatas, or here the residents, permanent
No.
residents.
See, when we say Indra's name, it will go to Indra only, wherever Indra is there. Here Indra won't stay. Indra stays in Swarga Loka only. It will go to whose name we chant, it will go to that person only.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Swargaloka may have crores of people, but in the yajna, whose name we take, it will go to them only, not to other people. Okay. Any other questions from other devotees?
Why they are not directing worshiping to Lord? They are worshiping different representative.
We are also doing the same thing now. We are also worshipping the Lord through Srila Prabhupada. In the altar room, we never worship. We don't have any qualification to worship the deity. When we offer Bhoga also, we plead our spiritual master and Param Guru that Bhoga plates are kept there. Please offer to your worshipful deities. Like that, we request them. On their behalf, we chant mantras. We don't have any right to do on our own.
But bro, they are more qualified from us, no? They who are residents of the peoples.
Okay, no problem. That's what I'm saying, na. These devatas are like their acharyas. So there is no problem in worshipping the acharyas. That's what, na. The meaning is sakshat aritvena. They don't see any difference between the acharya and the Supreme Lord.
Okay.
So in that way, so it is there. It is done. By the way, next week we are going to have this Guru Purnima. Guru Purnima is the day dedicated to express our gratitude to all the acharyas, treating all the acharyas as non-different from the Supreme Lord. The Vyasadev's birthday, Vyasadev is non-different from Supreme Lord only, in fact. Okay. Any other questions?
How interesting made this all this design not.
Huh?
But interesting. Large design all these things.
Yeah, variety. Variety is the mother of all, and Jiva comes to experience variety in the material world. So there is variety. If everywhere everything is same, it is monotonous. People bore lag jayega. If every day khichdi is only given to you, you will also feel sorry after 3-4 days. You will say, why khichdi only every day? Get me something else. So in that way.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, one comment.
Yes, Mataji.
Many classes before, in one shloka, you had said that whatever you imagine is already there. So now it's falling in place. Yes, it's there. Yeah. So that's the thing I got from your class. That and that day. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So just few more slides are there. Some 5-6 verses are there. We'll just briefly go through. Next class again we can revise these things. So description of the places outside the 7 Dvipas. So the inner diameter of our universe is 500 million yojanas. It is pretty wide area. But till now, we have only discussed the Bhumandala. This is the overall diameter of the universe. The Bhumandala is almost that much. But we have only discussed... Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay. And 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans covered only 25.35. That means the radius is this much, diameter will be 50. So out of 500, from here to here total 500, we have only covered 50. This much only. 10%. Still 90% of the Bhumandala is there. 450 million yojanas Bhumandala is still there. Out of 250 on one side, we have only saw 25. Still 225 is there. 90% is still there. So what is there in that part of the Bhumandala? So that will be described briefly. First, surrounding the sweet drinking water, the seventh ocean is Swarna Bhumi, golden land. It is a tract of land situated beyond the ocean of sweet water. Its width is equal to the radius of Manasuttar mountain. The Manasuttar mountain was about 15.7 kilometers. That much is the width of Swarnabhumi. And thus, the big Swarnabhumi begins at 25. Swarnabhumi ends at 25 plus 15, to total 41. So it is a land of gold with mirror-like surface. Any object dropped there cannot be seen again. As a result of that, people have abandoned this place. So one simple understanding of mine is, in the dramas or movies, whenever they show heaven, they show either white clouds or the smoke until the navel portion, like that. So it is all smoke is there. What is there in the bottom, we don't see. Because the people in the heaven, they are accustomed to that kind of atmosphere, they are okay. But others who are accustomed to clear vision, they can't live in a smoky area. Once in a while, when there is a lot of fog, we see lot of accidents happening. Many years back, once we were going to GV, the lot of fog was there. So many accidents on the roadside, especially the toll gate, where vehicles stop. They one after the other, they hit. 10 vehicles hit each other. Some people got injured also, because we can't see anything in the smoke, in the fog area. That's why people can't live. So the local Bhuloka residents cannot live in this Varnabhumi. But the heavenly residents, they come and use it for sporting purpose. Hide and seek and all. They don't live, but they sport. That's why it is almost abandoned, this Swarnabhumi. It is there, but no one lives there permanently. And then, surrounding this golden land, there is Loka Parvata. It is a mountain that divides the area filled with sunlight and the area without sunlight. Inside the mountain, there is completely sunlight is there. Outside the mountain, completely darkness is there. So Loka, in one sense, where you can see under sunlight. And the width of this mountain, the outer radius of this mountain is almost 1/4 of the diameter of the universe. The universe's diameter is 500, 1/4 of that is 125. So technically, the Loka Parvata starts at 41, ends at 123, which is very close to 125. The width of the mountain is 82, which is double to the inner area. So this mountain has been created by the Supreme Lord in all 8 directions. The circular mountain extends up to the end of the 3 worlds in height to the top of Sargaloka. And the Bhumandala, it is starting like a circular mountain, but in height it goes all the way up to Dhruva Loka. That is the topmost point of Sargaloka. Later on, I will show us pictures. And as a result of that, the sun, moon, stars, constellations, zodiac signs, everything, they are situated within this Loka mountain, and their light is also restricted within this Loka mountain. The light does not go crossing through the Loka mountain. Since there will be no light of the sun, moon and other stars in the Aloka Varsha area, that Aloka Varsha is known as Aloka Varsha. Other side of the mountain. I'll show you. So on top of this Loka mountain, there are 4 elephants, whose names are there: Rashabha, Pushkara, Chuda, Vamana, Aparajita. They are established by Brahma in order to support the Bhumandala and all the other abodes of the entire universe. And the Supreme Lord also resides there. Within our universe, there are 3 Vaikunthas. So one Vaikuntha is located just above this Loka Parvata. Second Vaikuntha is located within the Dhruva Loka, which is known as Shvetadvipa, where Kshodaksha Vishnu resides there. Here Lord Hari resides for the welfare of all the people. He resides here till the end of the Kalpa, so that the people in the world were protected, in the entire world are protected by him. So Lord Hari resides here, Kshodaksha Vishnu resides in Dhruva Loka. There is 3rd Vaikuntha, which we will discuss in one of the later classes. The 3rd region is Aloka Varsha, which is completely dark. That's why people have abandoned here. Its width is also equal to the 1/4 of the radius of 1/4 of the diameter of the universe. So in that way. So it begins at 123, it ends at 123 plus 1 to 246. So this is the overall details of the 3 regions: Swarnabhumi, Loka Parvata, Aloka Varsha. So thus the total diameter of the Bhumandala is 493.2 million yojanas. While the total diameter of the universe is 500, the total diameter of the Bhumandala is 493. There is a small gap between the Bhumandala and the universal shell. This is a gap of 3.4. Because of this gap, time and again Bhumandala can fall into Garbhodaka ocean. Because there is a gap. As a result, Bhumandala can drown into Garbhodaka ocean. So to stop this, Lord Kurma and Lord Shesha, both of them, tirelessly throughout the day of Brahma, holding the entire Bhumandala on their back. So Kurma is floating in the Garbhodaka ocean, upon which Shesha is there, upon the hoods of Shesha, the entire Bhumandala is resting so that the Bhumandala does not sink into Garbhodaka ocean. But Bhumandala is very wide. Shesha is holding from the middle. The Bhumandala can go out of balance here and there. To keep it in balance, the 4 elephants are placed upon the Loka Parvata. Brahma personally takes the help of these 4 elephants to balance the Bhumandala so that Bhumandala is stable. In spite of that, at the beginning of the Swayambhuva Manvantara and in the middle of the Chakshusha Manvantara, both the times the Bhumandala fell into Garbhodaka ocean. In order to lift the Bhumandala from Garbhodaka ocean, first time Shweta Varaha Kalpa appeared. Shweta Varaha appeared to lift the Bhumandala. Second time, Neela Varaha appeared in Chakshusha Manvantara. When Neela Varaha appeared, as he was lifting, Hiranyaksha came and challenged the Lord, "Hey, it is mine. Kahan leke ja rahe?" Then Lord Varaha had to fight with Hiranyaksha. He killed and liberated Hiranyaksha. And while fighting, the Hiranyaksha's body, blood, came out and smeared over the body of Lord Varaha, who was originally Neela. Because he was smeared by red blood, he became known as Rakta Varaha. Eventually, it's like that. And then, after this free space, there are 7 universal layers made up of earth, water, fire, ether, ahankara, and Mahatattva. And after these 7 universal layers, there is Brahma Jyoti, which is the destination of the yogis and jnanis. After attaining their perfection, they attain Sahajya Mukti in this Brahma Jyoti. So like that, horizontally one after the other are situated. Here you can see this is the universal shell. These are the different divisions in the Bhumandala. 7 Dvipa, 7 oceans, Swarnabhumi, Loka Parvata, Aloka Varsha, free space, and the universal shell. Same picture you see in a cross way. These are the different divisions, and the pole star is here. 7 Dvipa, 7 oceans, Swarnabhumi, Loka Parvata, Aloka Varsha. And interestingly, now you should see, this is the black one, the Loka Parvata range. This is the pole star. This is the topmost point of Sargaloka. The mountain will be like this. The Shesha will be holding the Bhumandala from bottom, and the mountain is here, and the 4 elephants are here. Inside this mountain only, we have everything that we see. The sun, moon, all the planets, nakshatra, zodiac signs, and everything that we see in the night time, that is all located inside this mountain. Within this mountain area, we have Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Sargaloka. This one is called Bhuloka, the surface of the leaf. From here to here, Bhurloka. From here to here, where pole star is there, here to here is all Sargaloka. The width of the Bhurloka is 2 lakh yojanas. From here to here, almost 3.6 million yojanas is the Sargaloka. Sargaloka is very big. Bhurloka is very small area. So like that. And underneath this Bhumandala is Shesha. So holding it so that the Bhumandala does not sink into Garbhodaka ocean. So this is the picture of the Bhumandala. So like if Shesha does not hold the Bhumandala, it will sink into Garbhodaka ocean. We said 2 times the Bhumandala fell into Garbhodaka ocean. Lord Varaha appeared as Shweta Varaha, Neela Varaha lifted it. But many times in our surrounding, we see that Varaha lifting the earth globe. So there are references from Bhagavatam that Lord Varaha lifted the Bhumandala. Virajate Bhudara, Bhu Sabudara. This is a verse from 3rd canto, 13th chapter. So he is actually lifting the entire Bhumandala, not the earth globe. So traditionally, all the deities have Lakshmi, the Bhudevi, on the shoulders of Lord Varaha. Lord Varaha does not see it as a matter. He saw that his own consort fell into water and lifted his own wife. So in that way. But nowadays, when people make deities, they may put the globe on the hooks. I mean, like that. but it will be like this. It should be like this. Here you see, Bhumandala Data Dhrutenate. He was actually lifting the entire Bhumandala. He is not lifting the earth globe. Bhagavatam, clear cut reference 3:13:41. So like this, like this, like this. Flat pictures, flat Bhumandala pictures. And then, why this Bhumandala fell into Garbhodaka ocean during Chakshusha Manvantara? Even Swayambhu Manvantara also, after Brahma appeared on top of the lotus, after he had darshan of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, being empowered by Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he divided the Bhumandala into 14 divisions. At the bottom, there was the connection from the stem, but he cut it and went to Satyaloka and began to create all the species. After he created Swayambhu Manu and Shatarupa, he told, please go and take care of the Bhumandala. When Swayambhu Manu came down, he saw there is no Bhumandala. He went back and reported to the father. And father understood Bhumandala drowned into Garbhodaka ocean. Then he prayed to Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu appeared as a small insect from his nostril and began bigger, jumped from Satyaloka into Garbhodaka ocean, lifted the Bhumandala. Then the sages prayed, oh my dear Lord, just now Brahma kept the Bhumandala above the waters, it fell down. If you again keep it on the surface of the water, it will again fall down. Do something. Then Lord Varaha transformed himself into Kurma. That Kurma is holding the entire Bhumandala on his back so that the Bhumandala does not sink in. Later on, when Shesha appeared, Shesha also, being requested by Brahma, began to assist Kurma to carry the Bhumandala. That's how the Shesha and Kurma assisted each other. Same way, in the Chakshusha Manvantara, one day, King Satyavrata was offering oblations in the Kritamala river. One small fish came. That fish eventually became big. The fish told, 7th day from today, there is a huge rains and there is a pralaya. Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Svargaloka will be completely destroyed by the waters of devastation. I will send a boat to save you. So Lord sent a boat and saved them. But during this time, because there is a lot of water on top of the Bhumandala could not carry the weight. So Shesha gave up his service and Bhumandala sank into Garbhodaka ocean. So that is indicated in these verses in the Bhagavatam 8:24 and 1:3. So during the Chakshusha Manvantara, in the middle, because of the sudden deluge, the 3 lokas were destroyed and the Bhumandala fell into Garbhodaka ocean. Later on, for rescuing that Bhumandala, Lord appeared as Neelavaraha. So in that way. So these are the 7 coverings upon the universe. They are made up of earth, water, fire, and ether, and each layer is 10 times thicker than the previous layer. Earth layer is 500, water layer is 5,000. The next layer will be 50,000. Like that, they keep on increasing. And after all the 7 layers, there is Brahma Jyoti, which is the destiny of Jnana Yogis and Ashtanga Yogis. So in this Brahma Jyoti, on one side, just above the waters of Kadal ocean, there is Karanodakshaya Vishnu. So in order to bring back the sons of the Dwaraka Brahmana, Lord Krishna took Arjuna on this path all the way up to Brahma Jyoti and Kadal ocean and brought back the children of the Brahmana. That journey is explained in the 10th canto. Quickly, we read through these verses and then we are done with our discussion. The Lord's chariot passed over the 7 islands of the middle universe, each with its ocean and its 7 principal mountains. The 7 Dvipas, which 7 mountains, 7 Varshas, they're all there. Krishna and Arjuna passed. Then the chariot crossed the Loka boundary and entered the vast region of total darkness. Then Swarnabhumi, Loka Parvata, then Aloka Varsha. Vast region of darkness is Aloka Parvata, Aloka Varsha, complete darkness. Then, after breaking through each of the 8 concentric shells of the universe, the Sudarshan Chakra led Krishna's chariot into the limitless self-effulgent atmosphere of the spiritual sky. They passed through all the 8 layers, then they entered into Brahma Jyoti. As Arjuna beheld this glaring effulgence, his eyes hurt and so he shut them. That Brahma Jyoti is so intense, Arjuna closed his eyes. They then entered the Kadal ocean, ornamented with huge waves agitated by a strong wind, and saw a wondrous abode called Mahakalapura. So this is our universe. So this is the journey of Arjuna and Krishna's chariot. So in this journey, there is a discussion that they pass through 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans, then they pass through Swarnabhumi, Lokaloka Parvata, Aloka Varsha. After Aloka Varsha, the scriptures, in the commentary, they say that Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, and Vaikuntha Loka, and then 8 universal layers. Then finally they entered into Brahmajyoti. After Brahmajyoti, they came down towards Kazal Ocean. There they saw Karnadaksha Vishnu. Like this, step by step, they came to Karnadaksha Vishnu. So there is one quotation, Maha Mrityunjaya Tantra, which says, after passing through all these places, 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans, Swarnabhumi, Lokaloka Parvata, Aloka Varsha, then they also happen to pass through Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Because according to this, the understanding is Maharloka area is spread all across like this. Second one is Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. The 4 lokas are spread across. So while going this, the area belongs to Maharloka, whether Maharloka people may stay here, may not stay, they may stay here mostly, but this area also belongs to Maharloka. So that's why it is said, they cross through Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Then there is Mahavaikuntha, the third Vaikuntha, I said, na? In this above Satyaloka, there is third Vaikuntha. One is above Lokaloka Parvata, second one is in the pole star, third one is above Satyaloka. So there, Mahavaikuntha. And then they pass through earth, water, fire, air, ether layers. Then Ahankara layer. In the Ahankara layer, they happen to see Rudraloka. Then there is Mahatattva layer. There they say Mahavishnu Loka. In the 8th Prakriti layer, there they see Mahadevi Loka, Durga Loka. Then they entered into Brahman and Kadal Ocean. In the Kadal Ocean, they saw Mahakala or Mahavaikuntha Natha Perumal. It is called Mahakalapuram. There they happen to see Mahavishnu. So like this, Krishna took Arjuna all the way here. After having Darshana Mahavishnu, they brought back the sons of Brahmana. So in this way, for the inner part of the Bhumandala divisions, we saw Sankalpa Mantra. For outer parts, we can take this chapter, this pastime as a reference. Krishna Arjuna's journey collaborates, concurrence with the discussion which is there in the Bhagavatam. So like this, Swarnabhumi, Lokaloka Parvata, Aloka Varsha, free space, universal layers, Brahma Jyoti, like that. Okay, these are not required. Yeah, this is the picture. Yeah, like this. So these are all about the Bhumandala, the different divisions, subdivisions, and sub-subdivisions of the Bhumandala. So everything that is inside this mountain can be called as Loka Varsha. Everything that is outside this mountain can be called as Aloka Varsha. Within Loka Varsha, we have sunlight, moonlight, and all. Outside, within Aloka Varsha, we don't have any light. So in that way. Hare Krishna. We'll stop here for today. But before closing, quickly, any 1-2 questions?
Prabhuji, how do those 4 elephants support? Is it from the top just for the sake of balance in 4 directions?
Okay, that support will become more clear in one of the future presentations because Bhagavatam does not give more details. Bhagavatam just briefly gives the information only. Right now, you think like this. Of course, this is like, since Bhagavatam does not give clear-cut information, we have kind of assumed, okay, it may be like this. But later on, we see one presentation, there things will become more clear. Then your doubt will be cleared. For that, you may need to wait for 1-2 weeks.
Okay, sir.
Other devotees? Hare Krishna. Any questions from other devotees?
So, Prabhuji, whatever you described here is our whole universe. So
Our universe only. We are not going into other universes.
So the other universes are also like this, or they may be more different.
The kind of divisions will be same only, but the number of divisions may be more. Instead of 14 lokas, there may be 20 lokas, something like that.
So in the casual oceans, so there are so many universes like this, like mustard seed in a gunny bag.
Yes.
So many
Unlimited
oceans
universe are
and
floating in the cosmos.
unlimited.
Unlimited.
Yes. Okay.
Prabhuji, Bharat appeared 3 times, na?
Yes. During Swayambhuva Manvantara, white Varaha. During Chakshusha Manvantara, Neela Varaha.
Another one?
Neela Varaha. During
Nilavara,
Chakshusha Manvantara, Neela Varaha.
Svetavara, Raktavara.
The
Teen, na?
Neela Varaha only becomes Rakta Varaha because his whole body is drenched with the blood of Hiranyaksha after the battle. So, like,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, where are the lower planetary systems situated?
They
Antala,
are
Vittala, Suttala, Talatala, Mahatala.
they are inside the Bhumandala. There are like 7 tunnels inside the Bhumandala.
Achha, tunnels.
That's why they
Inside
are
the
called as
Bhumandala
Bila
only.
Swargas. Yeah, Bila. They are like bill. 7 bills.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.